It's a challenge.
We actually, I don't think we used that one.
You guys say you're here.
CHARONGE.
It says you're here. Desinoda, are you able to get in?
I can try it.
I can't
Yeah,
get
I'm
in.
very well
Oh
aware.
my god. Charange is a word.
Yeah, we know.
All right, we're going with it.
Charange is a white wine.
That's a Chardonnay.
No, charange.
Oh.
Chardonnay is something different. Charange is white wine. It's a type of white wine.
Oh, all right.
Charange,
White wine
you
with
know
the-
that?
Sorry, it's
Absolutely.
it's a twist of orange. That's what a
Yeah,
charange
so it's a
is.
Chardonnay. It's a Chardonnay, but with orange instead of a nay. We got rid of the
There's
horse.
other
we
white
put in
wines
orange.
other than Chardonnay, Kevin. You know that,
You
right?
think if we got rid of Adam, we could just get rid of him completely?
Oh,
I like
okay.
Pinot Gris myself.
I'm not a wine guy.
There's a lot of wine going on.
Nah, there's a lot, yeah.
A lot of whining about it.
I'm gonna try to use your invite again for a second.
I
time
can't,
here
yeah,
and
it's
see
just
if,
locating server and it's not doing anything.
There's
Adam
also
fixed it.
a charanga, which is a traditional ensemble for
Listen,
Cuban
we're
dance
not
music.
talking
That's
about-
orangutan.
That's, yeah,
You can't say that, bro.
What?
Orangutan?
That's a trigger word now. That's a trigger word.
Oh, ever
What
since those
what about-
high sea commercials
What about orange?
or in space. Was that high sea? I don't think that was high
I was
sea.
able to join the realm.
Would that be
What
10?
the shit?
What the fuck?
Hold on. Let me try joining the realm. Now, hang on a second.
Get shit on me. Just get shit on.
Oh, joining realm. Here we go.
Hey guys, we did it.
I'm gonna join the realm, I guess.
Oh god, I forgot I was in here.
That update was 48 hours or less, and apparently
You're going
less.
outside?
Yeah, we're
it's
outside.
the only place we can be.
Yeah.
Can't fit Adam indoors. You kidding me?
All right,
That man, you try and fit him in this chair, you can't even fit him in there.
all right.
I
Whoa!
don't fit in chairs.
All right.
What, did you read the sign? Did you
Like
read
a
the
fit-
sign? Huh?
What
What's
sign?
This say?
What's
this say, huh?
Listen, we gotta change that sign. You know why? You know why we gotta change that sign? Because that building is too small for him now, okay?
Oh my god.
This is so hostile.
Oh, you have no idea. You have no... Don't launch any fireworks, you piece of garbage.
Are you gonna start the show?
I'm starting the show. Hang on, I'm broadcasting. This is episode 1...
One ahead.
Oh, sorry, 116.
I was waiting for Ed to be like, except this time, what are you doing?
All right, folks.
16.
Welcome back again to the Adam is Always Right show, sponsored by Ubisoft, because we always know that Assassin's Creed is one of the best games ever made, so everybody get hyped for the next Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm going to start the show off like I usually do, obviously, with the host and leader, Adam. Adam, how are you doing today? How's everything going?
My God.
I'm concerned, but I'm good.
Oh, I don't know why you're concerned. I mean, we're just starting off the show again. I got to change that sign in the back. That says the wrong show. I don't know why that says that. Kevin, how you doing today?
What sign in the back?
The big crafting and chat. It's got to be Adam is Always Right show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's got to.
You know, I was doing good, and now Mom and Dad are fighting again.
I don't know. I am not fighting with Mommy. Don't you worry, Daddy. Mommy has earned a gold star from Dad.
I gotta be honest.
Don't worry about it.
I think this is so far. This is just Dad.
Destinoto, how you doing today? How's everything going?
Oh, bad.
Good.
You died.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're okay. Yes, I'm so glad.
I'm eating some food.
Of course, as your name usually will, dictate, you are usually eating food. Hey, okay. Not a
What are you eating?
Some tandoori chicken.
Chicken and rice.
Some macaroni.
Ah, look at that. He's got some chicken and mac and
baked
cheese.
macaroni and cheese.
Nice.
He's got the goods. All right. So, gentlemen, here we are into the Tuesday afternoon.
Not afternoon, but all right.
Well, okay,
What time zone are you in,
my
bruh?
sense of time has gone so far because we're being sponsored by such a loving company. Ubisoft, thank you so much for the sponsor for this episode. Who played what? Anybody want to tell me what they played?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I played.
Please tell me. Please,
Although I don't think I
before
need to tell you what I played. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
you know.
I'm pretty sure I already know.
Destiny 2.
No,
Nope.
it's City Skylines he played because that's Adam's
Yeah,
favorite game.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Not of all time.
Stacking.
I played-
Sorry, stacking.
Thank you.
I played Gundam Evolution, and
Awesome.
I don't remember if I played Back 4 Blood this week or not. I don't think I did.
We did not. No, we did not play Back 4 Blood this week. We'll play. Well, no, we haven't played this week yet.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we did play Back 4 Blood this week. We played it after the podcast. Lied to me.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. You know what? When we play
Good
after the
Lord.
podcast, it usually just blurs all together for me, and I kind of forget about that.
That explains the choices you make while we're playing. I mean, what?
That's a decent, that's a reasonable explanation as to what I do sometimes.
Oh no, Daddy and Daddy are fighting now.
I agreed with him. I'm not fighting with him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. No problem, man. Don't you worry about it. Everything's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think that's all I really played this week.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shocking.
Adam, why don't you tell us
Oh.
what you played?
I bought The Forgotten City, and I
Okay.
played that.
Oh, nice. How was it?
I loved it. I loved every single moment of it. I thought the story was really good. It's one of the few games where if I used a guide, I could have got the platinum in like 5-6 hours. I didn't use the guide. It took me about 15-20 hours.
Well, you enjoyed the time, regardless.
Yeah, I just enjoyed my time with it. I had a lot of fun. It's basically just it's a narrative game. There is some combat, but it's not very good.
Excuse me.
But it's certainly playable, and it doesn't it's not there that long. It's also like pretty unique, like how the story goes. I really don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to give anything away. Because honestly, I would recommend this to almost anybody. Like if you want a short game that's story centric and it's from 3 guys who just worked on it for like 4 years or something like that, it's crazy. How much went into this and how many endings you can get, and it's just really cool.
Huh.
So, highly recommend. It was on sale on the PlayStation Store like a couple weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah, it was. I almost thought it.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I was waiting for it to drop like at least $1, and then I was like sold because that's just an Adam type of game. And after playing it, absolutely Adam type of game. If I played it the year it came out, I probably would have chosen that as my game of the year. That's how much I liked it. It was really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. Probably the best thing I've played this year, other than Horizon. And then I also went back and, well, let me start with, there was a post on Reddit where somebody asked, what is the trophy you gave up on, or platinum you gave up on, because of something tedious, you didn't want to grind, or you just couldn't do it? And I responded, and I was like, Arkham Knight. I couldn't do it, and I haven't been able to do it, no matter how many times I tried, whatever. And then, a day or two later, somebody responded to my comment, and they're like, hey, I was like you, have you tried this method? And they linked a video that was uploaded to YouTube 3 years ago. And while I was at work yesterday, I watched that video, and I was like, oh, maybe I can get the final trophy of doing 16 of Batman's moves in one combo. Because it basically gets rid of that. It gets rid of it needing to be in one combo. Because there's a method now where you can go into one specific AR challenge. You could do the 7 gears, the 7 technical weapons or whatever the hell they are. And they don't even need to be done in a combo. And then you just have to pick 8 of Batman's moves and then do one combo with 8 moves instead of 16. And it is so much easier to do 8. And after 40 minutes, I got that trophy, and I have platinumed Batman Arkham Knight after 7 years in 4 months.
Nice.
So I was very happy and proud of that. Our friend Charange was on when I platinumed it, and I screamed.
Charange, welcome. If you're out there, Charange, and you're hearing this, please welcome.
He's here.
Thanks.
And Yeah, I got it, and I was so shocked that I actually got it, and I went on Reddit and I gave that guy an award, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, you have no idea. So I was 22 years old when I started that game. I'm on the
Wow.
brink
All
of
the years.
turning 30, and I got that
47.
platinum.
He is 47 now.
No, that's not how math works, my guy.
In Charange's world, I think that's how math works. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, all right. But yeah, that's all I played.
Cool, cool. Thank you very much for sharing your part. Destinoto, what'd you do?
What was that?
All right, too late. What did I do?
Wow.
Welcome back.
I'm kidding, Destinoto. You're good. You're good. You can go do what you gotta do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip you. I wouldn't do that. This is the Adam's Always Right show.
Do it anyways.
Progressively gets quieter.
No, I gotta be a nice guy. What do you mean?
You don't gotta be a nice guy.
Of course I do. Of course.
I didn't play a whole
Charange is
lot.
watching.
I played some ranked games in League,
Okay.
and it's the worst that I've ever remembered it as.
Good.
I heard.
People
I heard
are
you-
like, people are even worse than I thought they could be in ranked, as I remembered. Like how I used to play like maybe like four seasons ago. Was the last time I played ranked, and it's definitely escalated to be much worse than it used to be. With how
Like
toxic
toxic?
people are.
Oh,
Yeah, and like everybody wants to teach you how to play, and if you do a single thing wrong, you get called bad by one person all game.
Yeah, but
even
that's
if you do
League
something
ever
right.
since the beginning. I feel like that's all I remember of League. Every time you were playing, I just hear people yelling at other people like, "You suck! You didn't do this right! You didn't do that!"
I mean, it seems worse now in ranked, but
Probably because you've
I'm not
gone to
even
actually
like.
good games and going back
It's
to that
probably because I'm
garbage.
still with like lower elo people too. But I played like I think 11 or 12 games total. I'm silver 1 right now, and I wasn't really expecting to be placed that low, but whatever.
I heard you played Overwatch 2 as well.
Yeah, I was playing some Overwatch 2 because I had like we had a whole 5-stack on PC to play with, so I was playing that a little bit.
Kevin?
Still a pretty decent Genji main.
Kevin?
What?
He's playing Overwatch 2, Kevin.
Alright.
He's betrayed you.
I don't know how he's betrayed me, but okay.
He has betrayed you.
He hasn't betrayed me.
It's pretty much Overwatch 1.5. I could say that for a fact. And not much has changed. Some character models are different. Luckily, you can pick older character models too. You get an option when you're choosing your skin.
Oh, that's neat.
All skins carry over from the first game that you've gotten, but they don't have any more loot boxes, right? There's none of that.
Yep.
You can only buy stuff from the store with actual money or the in-game currency that you can only really get through the battle pass that you also have to buy.
Good.
Otherwise, I feel like you really can't buy many skins if you don't get the battle pass. And if you want to get older skins from like that release with the first game, you have to buy those, I'm pretty sure.
I don't like older skins. I only like the young ones.
What the?
That-
All right.
We don't.
It's always the young ones, Charange. That's the
No,
ones
we
you can
leave it
No,
alone
he
right
said
there.
he's
No,
he said he doesn't
no.
like old or young.
No, listen,
that's
he
not
has to
what he
take
said.
young followers.
No, that's what he
can
said.
do. Was that what you said, Charange?
I thought he said he
Did
didn't
I
like
say
old.
that?
I thought he said I don't like young or old.
No, I think he said I don't like the old, but I'll go for the young.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Well,
Jesus.
Skins, guys. The skins.
He's a
Oh my
deity.
God.
It's okay, he's a deity. This is not an actual being. He's an ephemeral. What's
It's
the word?
spooky season.
You'll get it. No, keep
the
trying.
plane.
I don't even know what word they
ethereal
want.
plane. That's where he's at. There you go.
Yeah, he was trying to get ethereal.
I don't know why I kept saying ephemeral or whatever.
You're getting close, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get it. He's
And
gonna
you know,
get
Wonder
it.
when
Woman
you
having a
start
cereal
talking,
plane?
people then get
Want a
concerned.
cereal plane?
What
Is
is
a
that?
cereal plane a plane
Kellogg's?
for cereal, or is it made out
Yeah.
of cereal?
I would assume it's like John Kellogg, like flying it.
Sponsored
Would
by
John
Kellogg
Kellogg know how to
cereal.
fly a plane? I feel like he predates planes, so he would be very confused.
I assume it's the newer John Kellogg.
Does he have a descendant? And if so, are they the same name?
Yeah, probably,
like
and he's
he's-
probably trying to get everybody circumcised.
Oh.
Oh, was that Kellogg? That was Graham. Was that both of
That's a
them?
good
And I think it was
Cereal's a
both
big
of them.
conspiracy. Watch
I think it was
out,
both
guys.
of them.
Hmm.
Alexander
Post.
Graham Bell,
No, that's a different man.
creator of the Golden Graham.
Donald Trump knows a thing or two about the Golden Graham.
Hey, no politics. And also, that's called the Golden Shower, but no politics. Anyways, Desinoto, please continue.
Yes, please continue.
That's
What'd you
that's
watch?
mostly what I played. Oh my god, what I watched! Oh my god, I watched a lot of stuff. A lot of it, well, not a lot of it, but maybe a quarter of it was rewatching two of the Resident Evil movies, Resident Evil Extinction and Afterlife.
Okay.
Does
And
either one of those have the boat?
the boat. Afterlife has the boat.
Where they're in
A
the prison
boat.
and then they fly the plane to the boat?
Yeah, that's
John Kellogg's
Afterlife.
plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then I watched Retribution, which I had this preconceived notion that the movie was going to be garbage because I thought I watched some of it and it was so bad. Like the characters and the writing and the plot, everything was so bad, but I watched the movie and it was actually good. It's like a good for a Resident Evil movie, right? Because they're all kind of just average in their own
Yeah.
way. It's just like fun little Resident Evil-ish movies to watch. So I have final chapter left to watch. It's the last one, and Warrior.
Woo.
Oh, I have some stuff to say about Warrior. But what a show! I watched 6 whole episodes yesterday.
I told you you'd like it.
The fighting is so good. The music is so good. The story is actually very, very well done as well. It doesn't really let up at all.
No,
Any of the
not at all.
episodes. It's just going and going, and
Yeah.
I love it. I saw that there's a season 2, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, let's
And they're
go!
making a season 3. It's not out yet, but they're making it.
Oh.
I know, man. I'm so glad you liked it. Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Adam's
God.
never wrong, baby. Welcome to my show. Good show.
Yeah, and then I watched. I was watching. I didn't get to finish it. I was watching Rogue Nation today
Oh hell
because
yeah!
I was like, you know what? I have to get through the rest of these Mission Impossible movies, right? So let me stop rewatching other things and let me actually just watch something that I didn't see before. So I got like an hour and a half through the movie. I think it's 2 hours. There's only a little bit left.
Yeah, it's not terribly long.
Yeah.
I like
I'll
Rogue
probably
Nation
finish
because you
that.
get that creepy little British guy.
Yeah. He looks like a worm.
Yeah, he does look like a worm.
He looks like a damn worm to me.
He looks like a guy who would assassinate one of the presidents in like the 1800s.
Yeah. He talks his voice is very unusual too.
Yeah.
It's definitely something I haven't heard before.
How do you feel, Ethan? How do you feel, Ethan, knowing that you could have saved this woman, Ethan?
Like, what the hell? He's great. Love him.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
Fallout's great too.
Yeah. I really can't understand how they made this man die and come back to life again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This man.
They're wild movies. Can't wait for the new one.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is still got it. Um, but I think that's.
No, The Patient.
Oh, I did watch 2 episodes of The Patient earlier than this week, and Kevin, you still haven't watched it yet, right? Or are you
Oh no, I have not watched any.
okay? It's still getting interesting. We're learning more about uh, Steve Carell's character, and
Ooh, I'm
his
excited.
family and stuff, and the 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 guy who he's talking to, the very crazed individual.
The Patient.
Yes, the actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing stuff, and I can't really say too much, but
Yeah.
it's getting more interesting. Interesting
Nice
every
and
episode.
vague.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, the American Horror Story season 11 came out. I didn't even know. And
Probably
I
for the
had
best.
watched 1 episode. It takes place in New York City.
Hmm.
Why is this? It's kind of fuzzy to me right now. I don't remember too much of what I watched because I watched so many things.
Because Warrior does that to you.
Yeah, that too. Watching 6 hours of Warrior is definitely does that. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Right. So season 11 takes place in New York City around what time was this? Early 1980s, New York City.
Okay.
The gays are on the come up, and the police are very against it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it has to do with that sort of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very exciting.
Mm.
Man, if you played God of War, this would have been my perfect week for you.
I wasn't really feeling to play anything the
You
past
never
couple
feel to
days,
play anything
so
at all, you slacker.
I was
You know,
feeling like watching stuff.
Yeah, you watch whatever you want to watch, then God of War comes on, then we're going to have to spoil everything for you. Like, oh, I should have played it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a spoiler cast soon, probably next week or the week after. So you better hurry up there. 'Cause I know Genesis and I want to talk about like our predictions for the next
You
game
don't,
and
and I'm
stuff.
coming right across the street, and I'm going to beat your ass until you cry.
But I'll tell you what, the
Think
season one,
you can?
the
Did you
season.
say again?
If you can.
I said you think you can.
Oh, you think you can?
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, is that what you're gonna?
Oh my God,
alright.
what's happening?
Alright.
Okay. I'll tell you what, though, God of War is great, but that season one finale of Warrior is something else.
Oh my god. I can't wait. Oh my god. I want
It
to watch
is
more already.
something else.
I had to stop myself last night.
Yeah.
Because it's already like 1:30 and I'm still watching that episode. I'm like, oh god.
Oh,
I slept a shower.
yeah. Oh, I'm well aware. So good. All right. Challenge, did you want to say what you played? If Genesis wants us to go there? Or...
Yeah,
I
bring the God and
played
deity in.
The Loot.
You played The Loot?
Yes, I've taken a fondness for pre-1700 stringed instruments recently.
I don't think you played The Loot. Gotta be honest. I don't think your proportions work well with The Loot.
I also played Stray. It's a game about a cat. If it wasn't about a cat, no one would care about it. But it is about a cat, so it only makes sense that it's about a cat and that people care about it. Because if it wasn't about a cat, most of the gameplay decisions wouldn't make sense.
Well, isn't that with most games?
I know what you're
And then-
saying, but at the same time, you explained it in a way that made you sound real dumb, and I respect that.
Like if Kratos wasn't in God of War.
Yeah, like
Kratos could just be like Angry Man from the North. You know, and yeah, you have the
I
storyline, but the
disagree
gameplay
with-
wouldn't change if they just swapped Kratos with, I don't know, who's the guy from Dante, from Dante's Inferno. If you just swap character models.
Is it Dante?
You know? Yeah, his name's Dante, but not Dante from the games with Dante, as everyone knows Dante. Dante from Dante's Inferno, where weirdly the
Yeah, where he
author
screams
is weird, but-
Beatrice, and he's voiced by Lazarevich.
Yeah, exactly. So, just the actual character and the gameplay wouldn't matter. So sure, the story would be like, well, this is weird that you're not a God of War, but the actual gameplay, yeah, you could just be man with axe and chains.
That would
wouldn't
be-
really be any different.
First of all, that would be absolutely wild if there was a God of War 2018 clone, and it was Dante's Inferno. Because
EA's
there was
bringing it back. They're like, we still have the license because there is no license. This
But
has been out
again,
for
they're going to
800
clone
years.
God of War, but a different genre of God of War. Hysterical. Love it.
But yeah, exactly. The idea that you'd still have that gameplay in other style games, or if you had the gameplay that is in Stray, it wouldn't make any sense at all. So they did a good job at coming up with cat-centric gaming. In the end, it's some indie bullshit, and I really think it's only a 68 to 74 at best. But it's fine.
Wow.
Not that it's not worth playing, but I don't think it's the hype that everyone thought it was.
After you beat it, you
Sarge.
said immediately 6-8. So,
Yeah,
glad
that
you
is correct.
come
And
up
I
with
still
one.
have to get the sleep for 1 hour trophy, which is dumb because they want me to not play the game. to
Are you
get a
doing that
trophy.
now?
No, I am not.
You could.
I'm watching fish swim and eat other fish in a simulated ecosystem.
Of course you would be. Of course, that's exactly what you'd be watching.
And,
Is that on YouTube?
no, it's Abzu.
Zoo, the TV channel Zoo, where you watch animals mate.
That's right. But they're just fish. Are fish even
just-
animals? That's one of those great questions. But
It's like you go on
aside
Pornhub
from
and
that,
you just type that in, animals mating, and it just redirects you to Zoo.
that's right.
It's all porn videos, but they just play that one song, "You and Me, Baby, Ain't Nothing But Mammals."
Well, that's the
So
Discovery Channel, not Zoos, and that's
Yeah, right.
Zalazar. Now it's HBO, so it doesn't work,
Yeah.
But
all right.
I played that Intergrade. I don't know what a Yuffie is. I don't know who a Sonon is.
Yuffie.
And I really did not understand who these Deep Ground people are.
Yuffie.
It made no dang sense. Spoilers,
Making me-
Deep Ground is back. But not spoilers, because it's been part of the story for 29 years, but no one knows what the story is, because there's 32 different games they're combining into one. I didn't understand it. But I beat it. It was fine. I enjoyed my couple hours back with FF7 Remake.
I'm something
And I
I'm thinking
think
to
the
kill
future Remake Part 2 should be lots of fun in the future.
Cool.
him. Rebirth. Yeah. I'm summoning Satan.
Genesis, did you talk about Reverse?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, my bad.
You know, next time I'm just gonna hang you upside down and beat you with a bat. You know that?
Okay.
Wow.
Stupid ass podcast.
call that
for
shit
that goddamn
pinata.
Ubisoft. Next time I take Ubisoft and shove it up your ass, I tell you that much. I played
The whole
Resident
company,
Evil.
get ready.
These guys
How much of a company is that? It's literally one employee's finger. Oh, God!
He's got a wide enough girthy ass that I could fit probably the entirety of Ubisoft and probably everybody who worked on City Skylines up his ass. So
Wow.
it's
Why?
good. It's
Why are
fine.
they going up there?
Girthy ass.
You know why? Because
You mean
you'd
like-
prefer them up there. You'd prefer them in your rectum. You
Like
Oh
a
my
wide
gosh.
asshole? Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
He's listen.
Because
Nothing
if
else.
he's talking about girthy ass and he's counting the cheeks, that's not going to help with entering it.
Oh, don't worry. You have nothing to worry about with cheeks. There's nothing to show back there. It's just a girthy asshole.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it at all. It's fine.
No.
It's a-okay. I played Back for Blood with my good friend Kevin, like he originally mentioned, and I unfortunately forgot about for some reason. Also played Resident Evil Reverse. That was back up and running, actually as of the 23rd, and I had no idea. I thought it was the 24th. Um, but I played that. That was really fun. Probably gonna play more of that because it is actually a pretty fun game. Kevin, I would suggest trying it again. I don't. I know you didn't like it in the beginning. I'd say give it one more shot, and if you don't like it still, then okay, call it a
Kevin,
day.
I watched it. It was bad.
Don't listen to that fucking liar. Don't worry about him.
Okay.
Um, all he does is spew garbage out of his mouth. People put him on a pedestal, and then the
Oh
pedestal
shit,
breaks
that checked
down
out.
because it's
I don't know
just too
about that.
heavy.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. Oh my god.
um, I also platinum Soul Hackers too.
Woo!
Didn't take me 7 years like this slow ass over here.
Alright.
So I platinumed that. Finally done with that. I'm going for the medium now. So I started the medium.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
That's only 3 hours, so it's not bad. It's a 3 hour platinum if I kind of just follow the guide that I'm using. Not too bad. So I should be fine. So far, it's not bad. It's giving me very Silent Hill vibes. And I don't mind it. I know why you're making the noises. Like I get it because it's Bloober Team that made that, and
Because
it's
it's bad.
not terrible.
Oh,
Look,
oh
listen.
dear.
See, I
not
gave you a
horrible.
test run yesterday when I said that, Genesis, because I knew how Kevin would react.
The next word that comes out of your mouth, and I'm running you through a goddamn wall. Okay.
Jeez. I'll be taking down on you. I'm the one who's making comments.
Oh no, you're fine,
This is
Kevin.
fun.
You're giving me constructive criticism. All he's doing is just literally running his mouth like Ubisoft does when they release an Assassin's Creed game. Okay.
I'm the one running my mouth.
No, you're fine. You're giving me constructive criticism. It's okay. No
What?
problem.
I'll take your definition of that term. All right.
The thing is that I've only put about 18 to 20, maybe like half an hour into the game so far. Not a lot to do other than interact with things, which like one of the trophies is interact with 25 items, 50 items, and then 100 items. So it is what it is. But it's a short platinum. I was like, I could probably do this before God of War comes out. Everybody knows that's not going to break the curse of 89, no matter how much he chants and prays to whatever he believes in, whether it's Charange or some,
Who's he?
this,
Kratos?
no, this bastard over here.
Wow.
He can do whatever
Tetsunoto,
he
he's
wants.
talking to you like that.
No,
You take
I would never talk to Tetsunoto like that. Tetsunoto's a
Um,
good guy, unless he doesn't play God of War, which in that case he's in the same league that garbage over here is.
Oh my God!
But I think that's all I played. I'm pretty sure I didn't play anything else. Observer, did I do anything else, or did you just sit there and watch me play Medium and say it was bad?
I thought you were gonna say you played Observer, and I was gonna be like, "Oh my God, you played that game? Hold on a minute, I'm intrigued."
No. You recommend me to play it? I'll play it. I'll give it a shot. It's been cheap. I've seen it go cheap quite a bit, like $20, $20, $15, things like that. That's the one with the dude on the one that looks like System Shock on the front.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Watch that game. Don't play that game. Don't
Watch
play that
it.
game.
I'll
Just
take
watch
your
it.
advice. Appreciate it.
Observation. That's the game you should play. Good game.
At least somebody gives me some good recommendations other than Adam over here.
Oh my God.
That's
All
fair.
he
That's
does is
fair.
give me shit to play. That's all it is.
I'm better at recommending TV shows. Just ask Yasunoto.
You're better at recommending
True.
nothing because you play shit like Assassin's Creed, you fucking pleb. Anyway, so Kevin, what's your topics for this week? What do we got?
What the hell are my topics? All right, so there's another thing that came up with Blizzard. I don't know if everybody wants to hear about this or not. Are we done with
we're all
Blizzard? Are
ears
we
for
done making
Blizzard.
fun of Blizzard? Or are we going with
No,
this?
we're all good.
We're
for
going with
Blizzard.
this. All right, cool. So, Blizzard has an interesting dilemma on their hands with Diablo Immortal again. I shouldn't say again. This is actually an interesting dilemma. So apparently, they offered a legendary gem for real money, and you had to buy. Well, you didn't really have to, but there's like different tiers of this gem that you can buy, but you need the previous tiers in order to buy the other ones. So like it was a stacking amount that you were paying basically to get a higher level legendary gem out of the deal. Cool. So you could do it with real money. Wound up being like $160 to get the level 4, which isn't even the max level, but to get a level 4 gem, you ultimately would have to pay $160 across 3 different tiers. Cool, great. That's not the problem. The problem is the description of this gem. I don't have the exact numbers or anything, but it's something to the effect of every time you take damage, there's a 20% chance for you to deal 28% of your maximum health back as damage, or in an area, or whatever it is. Cool. Alright, that's pretty freaking good, especially if there's anything like a Thorns build in Diablo Immortal, which I kind of got the impression there is something like that. It's been a thing in most Diablo games where you're able to make some kind of like Thorns or Retribution build, where you try to take damage and you deal even more back to enemies. So, the problem is, that's not what the item does. And when you rank the gem up high enough, the wording of the item changes to the damage is dealt based on your current health. And so now players are like, well, what the hell is this? And Blizzard's like, oh yeah, that's our bad. The description of that item was wrong. We're going to patch that. And they're like, so you're going to set it back to like what it was advertised as? And I'm like, no. We're going to patch it to like how it works in the game. We're just going to change the description so it matches what's in the game. And everybody now is like, like you're paying us back because this is false advertising. And I'm like, that's right. It should be played out that way. Let's see how this goes. So there's that. I don't know how you don't proofread that, but that's fine. Before we move on, thoughts, comments, concerns.
I have a concern that Adam can't fit in his chair anymore. I think we got to make.
Oh my lord! All right, we're gonna move on.
I actually had a thing.
Okay.
Oh, you have something
Do
you
it.
want to talk about?
No, I have something. I have a comment on what Kevin
I'm ready.
said.
Please speak.
It's not false advertising. That's just not the definition of false advertising. They should get their refunds, but it's not.
Please explain how that's not false advertising.
Well, you're publishing something fake intentionally. They didn't. It seems like it was a mistake. The intent is what's different or wrong here.
Oh, is it different?
Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued by this. So what makes it not that, but the negligent? No, I don't know. Whatever the hell.
I mean, it would be negligent, but yeah,
negligent?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't do it on purpose to like sell it. They didn't do like a scam. That's false advertising, like saying something's for free, like even though you know it's not for free. Or if they did it on purpose, sure, false advertising. But based on, it seems like they were just stupid and didn't read it right. And
Yeah, okay.
or people not familiar with the game wrote the description is more likely my guess. Probably someone not even related to the developer. Like they probably like get third parties to write descriptions of what things do, which is probably because it's a mobile game, so that's probably something that they just third party out.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had to say though.
But it's still like something where
they should definitely should definitely get a refund, or they should create a different gem. That hey, this gem or whatever, this item, it remains, and if you bought it before this date, it's all yours. Your description, you have that power, but from now on, it's not going to be that for other people.
Got it.
Like, they should just cut their losses.
Okay.
They probably won't.
Yeah.
Because, Blizzard.
So then, in that case, can there be a legal case actually made?
There could. It depends how many people were actually affected. And how much would it have cost?
Like, are you asking me, or?
Yeah, like a player to get this item, how much would it have cost?
It varies. Going by memory of what I read, I think it was like $27 for the first tier, of this gem, and then the
Jesus
second
Christ.
tier was on top of the 27, another 30, and then the next setup was like 103 or something like that. I don't forget how it
Yeah.
went.
I mean, if it's
Yeah.
that high, then yes, that would definitely have
okay.
a case. But it would have to be like a civil suit.
Right.
Yeah, because one person suing definitely not going to get it. But I would imagine that I would hope Blizzard would just correct this.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm gonna sue.
Legally is Adam.
I'm going to
I
sue.
don't know.
100%. I'm gonna sue.
Good, do it.
I'm not
All
suing
right.
Blizzard. I'm suing Adam.
What?
I want everything he has.
seems
I'm suing him.
I don't know what what you think I have, but
I know exactly what you've taken from me, okay? And I intend to take all of it back plus interest.
Ooh,
I want everything back from you.
this sounds like a sperm bank deal.
If it was, his asshole isn't wide enough to accept all of it, just so you know.
Oh my God.
It's wide enough to accept the trash company Ubisoft is, but not all that sperm. No.
I didn't know they were a trash company. Anyway, our next
I like
Let
thing
me
we're
it.
explain to
going
you
to
how trash they are. I'll give you a topic on that
talk
once you're
about.
done.
I think his joke was more about waste management, but
Yeah.
yeah. But thank you.
Waste
All right.
management should be the garbage that comes out of your mouth.
All right.
I don't know what that means. It's all right. It's fine. We won't dig into that. All right. So, Gundam Evolution. That's my next thing we're talking about. First big balance patch is coming out. At least I think it's the first one. If I missed one, oh well, too bad. This is now the first one. The first big balance patch is coming out, and I am happy to say that if you recall all the way back to when I played network tests and talked about this game, and probably even reiterated when I first started playing the PC version, as like, oh, they have a lot of things that they could like fine tune and adjust to balance things. Haven't called it. All right, so basically the cliff notes of all of this is melee is kind of getting little soft nerfs to damage and things because they kind of need it.
Thank God. Some of the
Gundam
melee in that
Exia,
game.
since you played Exia, here's what's happening in Gundam Exia, because
Ooh.
this will be in the PlayStation launch. The GN Sword Russian Slash combo deals 20% more damage in a certain time frame on average than expected. We've made changes to bring it closer to our expectations. They they increased the cooldown time from 8 seconds to 10 seconds on Russian Slash, and the max damage was reduced from 350 to 300. I don't
Why
know
you
what
gotta
all
do
this
that to
means.
my boy though? Why? That
Because
attack was
it was
so
higher than
good.
what they wanted. Yeah, but it's higher than what they wanted apparently. So, like by what they said, it seems to be doing more damage than they wanted it to in the first place. So this is how it was supposed to be. That's how I took all that.
Alright, well.
The other one that's getting changed, thank the Lord, is Zaku 2 Melee.
Oh, he used to be a pain in the
Interestingly, well, you haven't played against this guy. Interestingly,
wasn't he in the beta?
mm-mm.
Oh,
Wait. Yeah, no. He's a new unit for season 1.
he wasn't the red unit, the one with a bunch of guns?
Huh?
The
The one with the
I can't
shotgun and
remember
the
the name.
shield? Tazabi?
Is that... Oh, never mind. Okay, I had it mixed up. Please go on. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you good, man. Alright, so Zaku 2 Melee has his ultimate is the big problem. It's basically like Garen's E, where it just spins around and moves at full speed and freaking just trucks through people. I had said previously that this needs to be nerfed in some way, probably cutting the time in half or reducing the movement speed so it can't go as far. Because really, it's not the damage, it's not the ultimate that's the problem, or the G maneuver as they call them in Gundam. That's not really the problem. It's fine. The fact that you can cover so much ground with it is what really is the problem. But their patch notes are interesting for this. Because they said, where did it go? We will not change its duration, but we determined it would be more satisfying to tune the damage output and give the enemy team a better chance to take down a Zakuto melee during its G maneuver, which is an interesting thought. And they
So
hit
they made
that
him more
damage
vulnerable
hard.
when he's in his ultimate mode?
No, they hit the damage super hard. So the damage reduction is going down by about 30, no, not 30, by about 22 to 25%. Um, which is massive damage decrease. So you might actually be able to like survive through this and engage him in combat while he's using G maneuver as opposed to just getting completely obliterated. So that would be interesting to play with. They also reduced the range of the projectile that comes off his normal slash, um, which is neither here nor there. I mean, that'll probably be cool. It did kind of go pretty far. Uh, they made some other random changes here and there. They've upped a lot of ammo counts by a little bit. So, for instance, Gundam normally has 7 shots in beam rifle. It's going up to 8. Rocket launcher for Dom Trooper normally has 7. That's going up to 8. Ashamar is getting 2 more bursts of the large beam rifle. Sniper rifle is getting an additional shot. Sazabi is getting I'm going to call this a overall buff, but people are going to have to relearn to play it. Because I think this might actually be better than the current state. The beam shot rifle's damage is being reduced. However, the fall off distances are being increased. So it's going to be able to deal its maximum amount of damage at a slightly farther distance, and then the second chunk of like whatever the damage is from the shotgun thing is going to have a slightly farther distance as well, which should honestly help out more than just being a get up in things' faces and hope that you can kill them before the other team wipes you out. So we'll see where that goes. I think that'll be a good change because it will prevent you hopefully from getting 2-shot, but also allow Sazabi to engage at a slightly longer distance, which it kind of needs. Pale Riders G maneuver, the amount required to actually get it available to you has gone way up, which is good because it's up way too often. And what other notable changes are there? Oh, GM is getting huge changes. So the premise here, I'm just going to read the whole thing they wrote because it's actually pretty good. As with Sazabi, we foresee the GM's shield breaking faster with range units gaining additional ammunition. So we increase the range of damage fall off, allowing you to fight at a longer range than before. By changing the above, there would be a difference in the effective ranges of the detonator bomb and the beam spray gun, which were both often used at close range. To combat this, we will increase the throwing speed and range of detonator bomb, allowing it to be thrown within the new effective range of the beam spray gun. So, for those that don't know, the like little pistol beam spray gun, as they call it, is one of the only weapons in the game that fires perfectly accurate without having to like aim. So you don't necessarily need to have your shield up and sacrifice movement speed in order to be firing straight shots the whole time. So increasing the damage fall off on this is going to be bonkers. And GM might actually be a somewhat effective counter to snipers because of the accuracy of the weapon, and now it'll do even more damage over distance. And it was awesome that they also thought to increase the throwing speed of the detonator bomb so that it can cover the extra distance that it needs to with the overall effective range increase. The hook from Marasai has had its speed reduced greatly. We'll see how that goes. That could be interesting. That opens up for some interesting play around corners, where if you're like, I think somebody's coming around the corner, or if you have anything that reveals enemies to you up at the time, and you know someone's coming around a corner because the speed is now being slowed by so much, you should be able to time it ahead and guarantee that grab a little bit more, as opposed to having to like actually aim. but it'll be harder to hit longer range hooks, which are really the problem with Marseille right now, is the range at which you can get hooks with little to no effort. And that's about it for like the major things. I think they did a pretty damn good job with these patch notes. I think the game is going to get better because of these, and I like how little they're doing. Like they're making some good adjustments in my opinion. We'll see how Exia plays out. I'm a little worried that it might be a little much, but we'll see. Um, everything else, like I'm pretty happy with it. They're posting like their thoughts process throughout it, which I always love when developers actually put their thought process in, because then you can see if like they go, oh, here's our thought process, and then you have like people who are of course going to comment back and be like, well, yeah, but what about blah blah blah. So then if they continue and address what people post, it gets even better, because then you have a discussion, and the developer might be seeing one thing but the player is seeing another thing, and you get some middle ground, and everybody's happy. I think they might actually be able to do things like this, because based on what they talked about after the network test with the different changes they're going to make and eventually did make, they were doing things that like nobody else does. Like recall GM Sniper 2, one of the most broken freaking units in that network test because of how easy it was to headshot things. And they were like, yeah, no, this is too easy. We're not doing anything with the damage, the movement speed, nothing. What we're going to do is we're going to make it harder to headshot. We're going to make the projectile that comes out of the sniper rifle smaller. We're going to make the hitboxes around heads tighter, and we're going to give you less leeway in the shot. And it feels great now. So, yeah, all in all, I'm excited to see what happens when this patch drops. It'll be dropping, well, it'll be live October 27th, I think it is for us. I forget how days work with Japan. Um, but yeah, that'll be fun to look forward to. So if it's anything noteworthy, I'll probably talk about it next week. Yay.
You have no idea how much I can't wait to play this on consoles.
Oh, they talked a little bit about that, by the way. So Season 2 starts when consoles get their version released, and there will be packs for Season 1 content and Season 2 content. So you're not missing out on anything. It'll all be there. So, yeah. There's one thing that I haven't seen anywhere, but I haven't really looked for it. I don't know if there's going to be cross progression or crossplay. I believe there's crossplay. I think they said that somewhere. I don't know about cross progression.
You got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you got a bunch of stuff on the PC version. Not carrying another PlayStation would be terrible.
I mean, I'd play again.
The game's good, so I mean,
it is a very good game.
Just by playing the network test, that was good enough for me to say yes, I want to go for it. Hearing all you talking about this is amazing.
So, anybody else? Cool. Board game time, but not board game. It's a card game. Oh man, what a twist!
Yu-Gi-Oh.
We were talking about a solitaire card game, Arkham Noir. It's a series of games. There are 3 case files, and if you were lucky to get one of the collector's cases, there are 2 of those, not in print anymore, and no intention of reprinting them. But I have 3 case files. This is a really fun solitaire card game. It's rather challenging. There's not a whole lot of games out there that are built specifically for one player. There's a lot that like allow for a single player to play. This is specifically just a one-player game. There is no way to play multiplayer. And what you do is, for instance, the first case is the Witch Cult Murders. You are trying to build case files for different victims and close the cases on them. If you close enough cases, you see the big picture of what's going on and who's to blame, blah, 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 and you win and arrest them. Yay, congratulations. A lot harder than it sounds. So, what's really cool about this game and what really makes it work is the fact that when you're trying to gather information onto cases and close them, so you have your victim card on the table, and you put forget what the hell term they use, but you basically like align clues with the victim in such a way where on the edges of the cards, the left edge and the right edge, there are different symbols, and you need to build a line, a web, it's a straight line across by a victim matching symbols uh, on the different edges of the cards. So you're always trying to match whatever card you want to play next in the sequence. The left edge symbol needs to match a symbol on the right edge of the card in order to go there. And then to get clues that solve the big picture, as they call it, you have to put specific cards that have puzzle pieces on them within the case file, and you can't use those to close the case. Those have to be extra in order to earn them. And in order to close a case, you need to have 5 different types of clue associated with the case. I forget all the types. That's not really. That sounds easy enough, right? I'll just line up a few cards. So then there's this whole mechanic of the player's sanity. So as you attach cards onto the case file, if you ever hit above or hit 7 or above cards attached, which mind you, you do need 5 different types of clue in order to close the case, and then in addition, you need to be able to put on big picture clues in order to actually get those to win the game. So going 2-7 or over happens. Then you start to suffer as far as your sanity goes, because the case is going on for so long, and it's to words emulate the stress of a long case, basically. So then that negatively impacts you and reduces different like deck sizes and incurs penalties of cards being set aside into a penalty area that you have to get back in order to actually have those cards go back and play. Which is very, very important because this game is mostly about overall card and deck management. Every time you close a case, the clues that you are associating with that case to close it are all removed from the game permanently, which means those cards are never coming back. You can reshuffle the draw deck, but if you don't really plan things out halfway decently, you could totally screw yourself over and make it so you actually cannot win anymore due to what kinds of cards you have taken out of the game. Because there are a few other things that you need certain cards for, like to bypass locks in the case. I forget how they explain that, but there's cards that have a little key symbol on them that can work with cards that have a lock, so that you can actually utilize the cards and blah 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 blah. Basically, there's a lot of different like symbols on the cards, and that's the entire game is matching symbols, or oh, I need a key for this lock, getting puzzle pieces of the cards with puzzle pieces on them into case files to close them, to add them to the big picture. You need 5 on the standard difficulty level in order to win. So if you get the 5 big picture clues at any point in the game, you automatically win. Congratulations. If at any point there are no more victims left in this case to draw, and you have to draw one, you lose because the killer gets away. And there is another loss mechanic. Oh, if your penalty area gets too many cards, you basically lose your mind-ish doing this case, and you resign it to somebody else, essentially. So, yeah, it's a really interesting game. There's not a nice way to explain how this game necessarily works without actually showing it, but I highly recommend looking into it if you like playing solitaire card games and if you like a challenge. It is a very decently challenging game right out of the box without adjusting the difficulty level, which you can do. There's a few different things you can adjust that are explained at the end of the rule book to make the game harder, should you so choose. And in Case File 3, there is a whole extra mode called like the hard-boiled detective mode or something like that, where you also have additional objective cards that need to be fulfilled while doing everything that I mentioned. Each case is slightly different in terms of how it's played. For instance, like the witch cult murders, there are victims because it is a murder spree, whereas other cases have different cards that take the place of victim cards that determine like the overall time length you have to solve what's going on. Uh, Very simple to learn. The rules are about what 4 pages. It's a very small little um, piece of paper that folds out front back. Pretty easy to get through. Very well explained. Um, and you're going. All the games play very similarly, so once you learn one, you can pretty much just glance through the thing to see what has changed between case 1, case 2, case 3. Um, they're getting pretty darn good reviews, so if you like it, every year or two there will probably be a new entry. I expect another one to come out probably next year, as long as like the developer's still making these. And they're all scoring pretty well on like Board Game Geek. So yeah, fun times. If you're looking for a good single player game like I was, I recommend. I got these because I'm usually the person in my friend group that wakes up first when we go on like trips and stuff. So while I'm up waiting for everybody else to wake up at a hotel, I go get some coffee, break out the game, and just sit there playing because there's no like excessive noise. There's nothing really to like. There's not a whole lot of room that you need to set this up. You need to go about 7, 8 cards across. So basically, like a normal solitaire game. It's just you're building upward and downward. Um, and that's it. So get yourself a nice a tiny table area, one chair, coffee. You're good to go. Also, it all fits in one little box. Great to just throw in a carry-on.
Alrighty. Nice. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Anybody have any recommendations or what's it called? A wish list for what they want to hear the next board game to be? Request, I should say.
Yeah, there's the word.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. English, no good for me. Anybody got a request? No request.
Give me a request. What do you got?
I saw this board game the other day, and I don't remember the name of it anymore. There's another Disney board game that I just recently saw came out.
I don't think I have it.
Did you already do a okay? You know what? A genre type, a mystery board game, like a mystery solving board game.
I did Mortem. I did There's Been a Murder, which really isn't a mystery. Is that all I have? Is that all I have?
Did you do Bloodborne already, or do you have that?
I have Bloodborne, the card game. I haven't played it though.
Okay.
I could. I don't have another mystery game. I only have Mortem. I wanted to get mystery game, but I've been waiting to see if I'm gonna be getting it as a Christmas present or not. I don't have mystery. I haven't done an RPG yet. I've got RPG games.
RPG it is.
All right. Sword and Sorcery. Oh boy, you ready to spend money on this bad boy? Have I done Dark Souls?
I don't think so.
Don't recall.
I know I've talked about it. I have my notebook. I'll get my notebook and I'll see. Which one we want to hear more? Sword and Sorcery or Dark Souls, if I haven't done that yet?
I would say Dark Souls.
Both are expensive as shit.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Dark Souls.
Spoiler alert, it's worth it. Okay, Dark Souls. I'll make sure I haven't done it yet.
Alrighty.
Alright, that's it for me. Who's next?
Alrighty, thank you very much, Kevin. Adam, my good pal, my good friend.
Oh, joy. All right,
it's your time to shine, my friend.
Thank you.
Don't blind me.
He'll blind
Kevin-
you with his kind radiance. That's what he'll blind you with.
What's happening now? We're going the opposite direction now. I'm so confused.
Opposite of what? What do you mean?
Charge, are you still here? Or did you die? What happened to you?
Does anybody know?
Oh, cool. He's still here. All right. So November's coming up.
Everybody knows what that means.
Oh, I have a request. Can we add a game? If you haven't put it on already.
Kevin, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the list of games, and then at the end, if we don't have it, then you say.
I don't think it's November. I think it's December, but yeah.
Yeah, well, after.
Okay.
So, because I was going to ask, like, if I'm missing something. So, let me just pull up the list.
I have not done Dark Souls. Dark Souls will be next week.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, Patient, all episodes are streaming, by the way, Kevin. You wanted
Ooh,
to.
okay.
Yeah, all episodes are up there. I think as of today, I'll put the last episode up.
Well,
Wow, Gotham Knights got a 67?
yeah, don't look at that.
Use bad.
Some would say it might be good.
Persona 5 Royal got like a super high thing on PC. 97.
Game's a game of a generation, man. Game is a game of a generation.
What are we talking about?
He's just
Persona
looking
5
at he's
Royal.
just looking at ratings.
Oh.
It got 4 points higher than the PS5, 2 higher than the Xbox, and 3 higher than the Switch.
Is
The
there
Xbox
less
score
reviews?
higher.
I don't even check.
That's usually the
How did
case.
the Xbox one score higher than the PlayStation 5 one?
Honestly, I wouldn't put too much into that. I wouldn't think about it too hard. Because it's either less reviews or...
The PC only has 7 reviews.
Yeah, the PlayStation
So-
probably has like 35 or whatever the hell it is. These are weird.
It says 5.
Oh.
Yeah, Switch has... Page is loading. Xbox has
Classic
8.
Metacritic. Classic Metacritic.
No, that's
95
classic
on
Nintendo.
Xbox.
Alright, it doesn't really matter.
That's
Oh,
weird.
yeah, great.
Yo,
Okay.
hold up real quick.
What?
Yeah,
What if I do a double? If I do a double review
What,
next week?
I would say double review is good.
What's going on?
Oh, I think because people are praising that it plays on Steam Deck. I think that's why.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't
Slightly
answer the
higher.
question as to why Xbox rated higher.
I don't know.
Dark Souls and Sword and Sorcery next week. This would be an
I'm very
interesting,
upset by this fact.
interesting bab.
Again, I wouldn't think about it
Maybe
too
it's
hard.
because it's on Game Pass, so you get it for free.
You know, the more you tell me not to think about it, the more I want to punch your gut in. But then I realize my arm will get lost in the black hole that is your gut.
Oh my
Because there's
word.
always extra factors like that with the pricing and where it's playable and all this shit.
There's also extra factors of how much matter and space Adam takes up, but that's a different story.
What the hell?
So we don't have too many games to rate here.
Okay.
Only 8.
Gorn got a
Less that I have to hear your
71.
goddamn voice.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
Alright. The first game is Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil in Me. Comes out November
That comes out
18th.
in November?
November 18th.
Wow. Well, shoot me for being me. Damn.
What?
And we're going to start with Kevin on this one.
Yeah, give me a number, baby. Come on, daddy, give me a number. I want a number.
Yes
I want
or
a
no? Can
strong,
you tell us
hard
what the
number.
previous one got? I believe we already
Little
looked it
Hope
up.
got a 71.
Mm.
And,
Yes, no, be ready on your keyboard. That's your new job. You're gonna tell us what the previous. game was.
We already knew he was doing it. Yeah. I
I'm
hope
gonna go
Charge is
72.
listening. 72. All right, Charge, you're next. What do you want to give The Devil in Me?
I don't know what this
That's
game
not all
is.
that's gonna be.
It's
in
the
it.
don't
Dark
like
Pictures
the-
Anthology game.
Like 69.
69. All right.
Hell
Genesis,
yeah,
you're
that's
next.
orange. I'm gonna go with a Hippotastic 73.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Desunoto
74.
74. Wow, I really up the short end of the stick here.
Well,
No one did
short end of the
71, so. Cool. All right, the next game is Evil West. It comes out November 22nd. Okay, hold
Is
on.
this actually coming out this time?
Yeah, so that's why I was like, hold on, because previous scores, Genesis, you gave it a 90, Desunoto, you gave it an 80, Kevin, you gave it an 83, Charens, you gave it a 69, and I gave it an 85 for predictions. But then it was
drop
delayed.
Stand by
score.
What do you want to drop your score to?
Dropping it to an 81.
81. Anybody else want to change their score?
I must have been smoking something that you gave me because I'm saying a 90.
Desunoto, you gave it an 80. Kevin, you gave it an 83. I know Charms, he just says one thing and then he sticks with it
I'm
no
gonna
matter
keep it
what.
83. Sure.
The drop to a 78.
78. Wow, everybody went lukewarm on that Evil West. I guess they thought the
So
game got
Same
worse.
way everybody, whatever female looks at you, they go lukewarm when they watch you.
All right. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm gonna assume bad.
Whatever you want to interpret as.
The next game is Goat Simulator 3. It comes out November 17th. This is the sequel
It's a
to
game
the first
about
Goat
Adam.
Simulator. All
Look
right.
at that.
Since this is all chaos, Charge, you get to go first.
What's the game?
Goat Simulator 3.
AKA Adam Simulator 7.
If you want to
72.
give 72, if you want to give Desunoto a moment, he's pulling up the score of the other one.
The first one, they didn't do a second one, right?
This is the second one. They just called it 3 because of
Okay.
the trolls.
Right. PS4 version got a 58
Yeah.
for the first one.
Okay. Charge, do you want to keep your 72?
So what were the scores again?
One, and you said 72, and that's the
Yeah.
score so far.
Yeah, but what would we just the other two numbers?
The
The
PS4
first
version
game
got
got
a
a
58.
58.
Yeah.
Wow, that's way worse than I thought. I mean, it's not a good game. I mean, I could change it to 69. Would that be funny, guys?
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be the
Funny
third game that we've talked about, and that would be the third 69 you've given.
All right.
Hey,
Good up,
do you want to
Charge.
do that, or
Doing
do you want
good.
to keep 72?
Yeah, your choice.
It's not my choice.
Give him
I'll
a
give it
choice.
to you.
Yeah, no, he
Give him
gives
a-
me
he doesn't-
choices. Sometimes he says a score, and then you guys give a score, and like it's like one off, so I just change his, because like it doesn't matter. Because his rule is like, whoever I think is going to be the closest. I just put
I
his
barely
way
do
too much
that.
faith in
That's
this
why I'm
guy,
in like
Charge.
last place.
You're not in last place. You're in third.
Wow, it's amazing.
So technically, I'm in first and in third, which is pretty cool. We're keeping yours at 72. We'll go Desunoto. What do you want to go for? Goat Simulator 3.
65.
65. That's a good one. That's a good score. I'm going to go next. I think it'll be an improvement, so I'm going to go 68.
What a
And
shit
then,
score.
Kevin. Kevin, what do you think?
Eddie, give me a good score. Give me a good hard vertebrate score.
What do people got so far?
65, 72, and 68.
Come on, Daddy, give me a score.
59.
59,
hard
respect it.
That's
And
a hard,
Genesis.
rigid score. 60.
60. Cool. Alright, the next game is Gundam Evolution. So, this is another one we've rated. I don't believe scores are out for it yet. And if they are, I already have scores from you guys, so we can just throw those in. But as of 2 days ago, there was no score.
There's a PC version that has scores.
Does the PC version finally have a score?
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god,
70.
it does. It's 70. All right. Well,
How the hell?
then
does
you
that
guys
game
are
have a
gonna hear this
70?
live. Genesis, you originally gave this an 87. Desonoda, you gave it an 81. Kevin, you gave it an 84. Charns, you gave it an 82, and I gave it a 78. So we're keeping the 70. If there's more PS5 reviews, I will switch the score in the chart.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think.
there's currently only 7 reviews for Gundam.
Yeah, and I will say that the people who have already reviewed it, there's no real noteworthy people in this.
Yeah,
There's Shack News and Digital Trends. I don't know if they're noteworthy anymore. But
Digital Trends is, I would say. I know Inverse is a thing now.
I would imagine
I don't know
everybody's
who
basically
Shack
waiting for
News is.
console release.
The Gamer is here, so that's pretty interesting. But also, it's Metacritic, and 90% of the real people just don't give a score, ever. They just go, hey, this is pretty good, and then they never submit their score to Metacritic, or they submit it to, like, a random console that has no other reviews, and it's like, we give it a 95. It's like, why'd you give it to the Switch version? Nobody else is reviewing this on the Switch, and neither did you. What the... Oh, man, I hate Metacritic. We might switch to OpenCritic next year. So, okay, just keep in mind, it's because Metacritic's pissed me off. But, whatever. Anyways, next game is Gungrave. That comes out November 22nd. Does anybody need any information about Gungrave?
What's the
Yeah, what is it?
It's a video game. Any other questions?
Gungrave
full title?
Gore.
Yeah, Gungrave
Gungrave Gore,
Gore. Yeah.
I knew there was a subtitle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Some weeb shit.
Yeah, gotten kind of.
I
Right.
would not
The-
go any farther than saying that's weeb. It's a violent, just I shoot everybody game.
I forgot what the original got.
The PS2 one, original PS2 game from 2002 got a 65. The sequel, Overdose, got a 68. Gungrave Overdose.
VR got a 41. GG.
Yeah, VR got a 41.
That's actually pretty good for a VR game.
I need a video.
It's a
I mean,
stylish
from the trailer, it looked
third-person action
decent.
shooter by South Korean studio Iggy Mob, in which you take the role of Grave, a gunslinger of resurrection and badass anti-hero of your dreams, mowing down tons of enemies in a gory ballet of bullets.
For some reason.
That explanation?
Do I have to explain how erect I am right now?
No,
Yes.
no, that's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, good news. Kevin, you get to go first.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Some would say bad news. I would say Kevin would say bad news that he gets to go first.
I'm gonna go ballsy on this one. 62.
Oh, for some reason I was like, he's gonna throw out an 85. Genesis. Gungrave Gore. What's your score? Did not mean to rhyme
75.
that. 75. And Desunodo.
70.
70. Cool. Next game, coming out November 8th. No, it ain't Sea of Thieves. It's Sonic Frontiers. Oh. And Genesis gets to go first on this one.
It was a recent tweet from one of the devs
They
on the
finished it.
team. Yeah.
Yeah.
They finished development.
Which usually they announce it's gone gold, but they were like, we finished it. It's done. We're never touching this shit again. There's no day one patch. It's done. You get what you get. If you've already pre-ordered, it's too late to cancel. But I just thought that was funny.
I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
He's believing. I'm feeling 83 coming.
I am gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, like I gave Adam's mom the benefit of the doubt when she told me that she had a mistake.
All right.
What?
I mean, I was a mistake. That's not a lie. It's okay. I was a happy mistake, so.
I'm sure that's what she told you.
All right. Did he die?
82.
Didn't want to say 83, did you?
83.
What? All right, 83. Tetsunoda, you get to go next.
85.
85. Kevin?
Home ballsy. You ready for this?
Yeah, I guess.
54.
Honestly, not ballsy. Not ballsy. Literally where
Sonic fans would just commit suicide at that point if they saw you got a 54. Some diehard Sonic fans, I don't condone suicide. It's not good. Please get some help. But I think some of them would be on the verge of saying, I'm going to end it all because Sonic Frontiers got a 54. It would literally be them reliving the days of Sonic 06. That would be scary.
Now, we don't condone suicide, but would the world miss these people? I don't think so.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same people who need to see Rouge and Amy and whatever other ones there are to just give themselves satisfaction. But yes, I don't condone it. It's bad. Go get some help. Michael Jordan, give them help, please.
What?
You know, the meme of Michael Jordan requesting help.
Don't do it, but maybe you should think about it. I say that very
All right. Charge. What do you want to give Sonic Frontiers?
72.
72.
Man, people have faith in this game, huh?
Yeah, I don't know
Japan
why.
is really excited for it. It's going to get a 10 from Famitsu.
Oh, I doubt that significantly. But I'm glad we're all in the same. Why are my apps on my phone like all in the wrong place? What the hell is going on here?
Oh, I moved them. Sorry.
His gaping asshole moved him. It's just so wide.
What? Does it form its own gravity well on visible objects? I'm confused.
You got it. Hit the nail right on the head. Hit the nail right on the head, Kevin.
John, you said 78, right?
He's got some stuff just floating around his ass.
What did you say?
74.
Is that what you said? Okay.
74, yeah.
Okay.
Why did I say 78?
Okay.
That's
First
so
of
high.
all, I'm sorry. I was very distracted by my phone. That's my bad.
Sounds like you're just trying to prove that you can just say a score and we'll all agree with you. That's the score we really want.
No, that's
But
not.
it sounds like
what?
you're trying to use that to help your own score.
No. This is what I was gonna go 65, but then I noticed that you went 74 and Kevin went 54, and it just makes sense for me to go 64 because we got to complete the trilogy.
I'm changing my score to
84. Nice, thank you. I was gonna ask if you wanted to change your score. Destinoto, do you want to go 44 or 104 or 94, or do you want to keep your 85? You can keep your 85. You don't have to change that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. The next game, we'll have Charge go first on this one because this is Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. It comes out November 30th.
Yeah, that's not coming to PlayStation at all, though. It's on the Xbox and I guess PC.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. How come every time we do this, I have to explain this rule to you?
Seems like the rules keep changing.
The rules don't change. They're literally written down, and I'm staring at them.
Can you
What
stare at
happens
me
if you
instead
aren't
of
staring at them and someone else is?
I mean, I don't
stare
know
at
if
me
anybody else has a
scandalously?
copy of this.
84.
84. All right. Kevin, what do you want? What do you want for Warhammer 40K Dark Tide?
It's a tough one.
This is a tough
I'm
one.
gonna go 78.
78. I'm
Probably
gonna
go 80s,
go. Desunoto, you look this up. What are the other Warhammer games at?
Oh, there's too
You
many.
should really look at Vermintide. There's 1,000
Yeah,
Warhammer
Vermintide.
games.
Let me know what Vermintide is.
Is Dark Tide like Vermintide?
Yeah, Tide. They're part of the Tide series.
Yeah.
It's all fat
That's
shark.
I don't know
saying
if that's
nothing,
true,
okay.
but
I mean, it's true.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, 4-person cooperative horde.
Man, why does
Shooter.
this stupid site keep going blank every time I
because
search
it's
something?
Metacritic and it sucks.
Yeah, Vermintide 1, End Times Vermintide got a
Yeah.
73. Vermintide 2 got 81.
Cool, thank you. I'm gonna give it like right in the middle, which is not gonna help me. I'm gonna give it a 76, I guess. Desunoto, I guess you can go. 78, 84, and 76 for the scores so far.
Oh. 82.
82. And Genesis.
Dead.
No, he's here. He's thinking.
Am I dead?
Yeah, you were. Well, what's your score
Oh, you
for
respawned. Good.
Warhammer Dark Tide 40K, November 30th, 2005?
$80.
80. All right. All right. I think that's all the November games. Might be missing one. Oh, we skipped one. Oopsies. This game, little indie title called God of War Ragnarok. And like always with the big game, I always do like a randomizer wheel of who gets to go first, as much as I want to go first, but I will go ahead and spin this wheel. So get excited.
Oh, spin me, daddy.
Jesus Christ, this wheel is spinning fast. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow, it did a little confetti thing. Desunoto, what is your score for God of War Ragnarok?
Oh.
I hate that you get to go first, being one of the only people here who like the game and haven't beaten it. Pretty sure the other game got a 94 or 93.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
The original got a 94 as well on PS2.
Yeah, the original's
Very
really
cool,
good.
very cool.
The God of War games, known for their 90s.
Yeah.
Except Ascension. And maybe some of the PSP ones.
And the movie.
Well, don't worry about that. This is going to break the 88 curse.
95.
95! Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, let me spin this wheel again, hiding Desunoto as an option. Whee! Son of a... Alright, Charge. You're Chorns. Whatever the hell your name is, Charge. You're next. God of War Ragnarok.
What Horizon Zero Dawn get?
88. Maybe it dropped to an 87 at this point?
92.
92. Okay. Alright. Between Genesis, Kevin, and myself. Come on, baby. Big money. Big money. Big money. Fuck me. Kevin, your turn.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go 87.
87. Okay. Genesis, it comes down to us. Who gets to go
boy.
last? It's a race to the finish. Are you having a laugh, Genesis? What is your rating?
My rating for God of War Ragnarok. It's a 32.
All right. Well,
You know
I'm
what?
glad
Times
that
three.
last week we clarified that whatever words come out of your mouth, we just put down
Times
And you know what?
three.
And you want to know why?
because it's a times 3.
No, it's because it's a game that you want to play so dearly, and I hope it's a failure for you, you piece of shit.
You hope so much it's a failure for me that you're willing to throw the game entirely to be off by at least 40 points.
I'm already dead anyway.
Yeah, you're
What's
dead in the
another
water, man.
gunshot to a dead man?
Oh my god! Oh my
What is
god!
happening?
What do you want to actually give it?
In actuality.
In actuality.
Without putting you in the equation.
Yeah.
God, I hope this breaks the goddamn curse of 88 and 89s. Oh my god. 94.
94. All right. That leaves
Doesn't
me.
break it.
That leaves me in a very fun position. Because I can either play a very safe game here, or I could play it and just be a wild man. I'm gonna go with a 91. Going with a 91.
91.
Yeah. Yeah. I want it to be higher. I mean, I want it to be a perfect game, of course. All right. We're going to go through some scores because it was the last game. Kevin, your game, December? Did you decide that, or
No, it's actually November 30th.
what game is
The
it?
PlayStation Store. Until the Last Plane.
What the hell is Until the Last Plane?
I don't know, but I'm getting it because it looks fun as shit. It's a plane management game with like mini games incorporated into it. Kind of has like a vibe of like Papers, Please, but with like airfields and World War II Warcraft, and like maybe a sprinkling of WarioWare. Looks real fun. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so fun little fact. This came out on PC March of 2021.
Aw.
Also, fun little fact. Not one review scores for it, though. So we could put it on here, but most likely at the end of the year we will have to take it off because
Because it won't have anything.
Because it won't have anything, but I'm okay with putting it on here and going for it. So, give me one second. Let me add it. Doo-ba-doo. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I. Perfect right here. Until the last plane. 11:30. Hey, Genesis, can you turn down your radio, please?
I have a radio on? I'm so sorry.
Thank you. You got it.
I'll turn it down for you. I'm so
Thank
sorry
you.
about
Appreciate it.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what? That's fair. Kevin, what do you want to give Until the Last Plane, this game I just added out of randomness?
I'm gonna give it a solid 77, Adam.
You wanted to put a 77 on here? All right, you do you, man. All right, Genesis, since you complied with the radio request, what do you want to give Until the Last Plane?
69.
69. Destinoto, since you're literally right next to Genesis and I don't feel like tabbing over anymore, what do you want to give Until the Last Plane?
Excuse me.
I wouldn't bother looking it up. There's not much.
Trailer. It actually looks neat.
Yeah, there's nothing for this. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, what he was looking for. There's not much.
Oh, it's right. There's a trailer on the PlayStation Store.
Okay, no, there's trailers. That's not going to help. It's
Oh,
going to
okay.
help rate this.
What are the scores so far?
69 and 77.
Hmm. I think 74.
24. All right, Charge. What do you want to give until the
48.
last 48?
Yeah, clearly the game's bad. No one even talks about it. No one reviews it. They're like, I don't want to review it because it's so bad, but I don't want to hurt
All
them,
right.
so I just won't publish.
All right, he's all right. I'm giving it a 75. So that's 69, 74, 77, 48, and 75. A little bit of a difference there. A little bit of a difference. All right, yeah, that's all the games. So yeah, I'm currently in the lead. It actually might be like super close. Let me just double check. It's me in the lead. And Desinoto and I are separated by 29 points. So, and then
What about
Charge,
third place?
Charge, you're coming in about 100 points behind Desinoto. And then Kevin's there, 20 points behind you, and Genesis is about 10 points behind Kevin. So,
Guys, none of you find it suspicious that the person who's writing down all the scores is winning?
literally
You should audit his
everything is
Excel
recorded.
formulas.
Literally everything
Where's
is
the
recorded.
mules?
Literally
Are you letting
everything
the
is
mules come
recorded,
in
sir.
with
Sir, literally everything is recorded.
Sir.
And I every time, this is the second year I've done this, and when I was doing it, I was like, hey, I made the sheet. Anybody else want to do this? And nobody said they wanted to do it. So
Yeah, Charge, you should listen and answer next time you want to do it, you stupid cuck.
Oh, I didn't say I want to
Whoa.
do it. I'm not the one who's doing
Well,
free
then
labor.
don't complain that a
I prefer
genius
to
like
be
Adam is doing it,
compensated
okay?
for my
He's being
time.
fair.
it's not free labor. I mean, I guess it's free labor. I also find this fun.
He's being a good Samaritan and doing his job. I want you to
He's
stop
helping
my
someone who
God.
got hit by a car on the side of the road.
Oh,
He's not being a good Samaritan. He's doing it to rig the scores.
Don't you dare insult him.
I'm not
Don't you
rigging the
dare
scores.
tell
I don't
him
need
anything.
to. That's the thing.
Shit.
The only the last game I won by a mile because Larry died. Fuck that guy. He died and he lost by 100 points, like in every direction. He lost so bad. Genesis, he was closer than he did better last year, but he's made some wild guesses. Remember in the beginning he was literally perfect for like the first 4 games, which was confusing and scary. And we were like, uh-oh. And then the only person who gave me a run for the money was Desinoto when he won 3 out of the first 5 months. Genesis won the first month. I then won the 3rd month. And then I've won every month since June. Because I know what games media is. And I know how they review games. So, if we need to call into question, you can go back through and you can review every episode of this fucking podcast. And you will hear my score.
How,
I want
how,
to hand
how am I
count.
doing
I want to
on perfect?
recount.
We could do a perfect thing. Let's get a perfect sum up. I, not great. The person who has the most perfects right now. Oh God. Hold on a second. Desinoto now has the most perfects.
Oh,
Oh my
damn.
god.
Look at you,
Yeah,
man.
Desinoto, you have
Oh my god.
Desinoto, you have 7 perfects.
Oh my
You're telling me
god.
I'm gonna have to buy this schmuck a $200 DualSense Edge controller?
Yeah, well, if he continues this. Also, remember, the scores are updated at the end of December. So I mean, I have to buy myself a trophy probably, or I have to buy it for Desinoto at this point. And with the scores we just gave, we differ by like 10 on some of these, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, but Kevin, you've gotten 6 perfect.
Oh, okay.
So
Close race.
yeah, it's close.
some-
And then the next person is Genesis with 4 perfects, and me, who actually also got 4 perfects. And then Charnes, you only got 3 perfects. So, which is way more
Lies.
than previous.
Lies.
Destiny will get hype.
What do you mean lies?
Lies.
So,
Which
Slander,
games did I get perfect?
falsehood, and
which games?
lies.
Yeah.
So far, Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator. Random, absolute random. I don't know how you did that. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Mario and Rabbids 2. You seem to know your Nintendo. Splatoon 3. What the what?
What the hell?
The Diofield Chronicles, The King of Fighters 15, and 2 Point Campus.
Oh,
All right.
Wow.
All right.
So,
Odd selection.
random.
What about
Absolutely
me?
random.
What
Oh,
about me
God.
then?
Hold on. Kevin, you got Dying Light 2, Horizon Forbidden West with your 88, you son of a bitch. I think that dropped to 87, so you might not even be perfect in that anymore. But again, these change.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
it's still an 88.
It's still an 88. Kevin, you're good. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Mario Strikers Battle League. Moss Book 2. And then, where's your last one? There it is. TMNT, Shredder's Revenge.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Genesis and Charnes. Do you want to know what yours are?
I want to know.
I have to say, Genesis, you got the most random ones out of everybody. You got a Plague Tale Requiem, which literally just happened 12 days ago. Or not 12 days, whatever. It's an amount of days. Or 8 days ago? Yeah, 8 days ago. And then you got Digimon Survive. I'm pretty sure that's one game where you're like, I don't even know if we should have this on here. And then you also got Sifu, which is fun.
Oh.
And then, is that it? Did I say 3 for you?
4.
1, 2. Oh, Metal Hellsinger, you got as well. And then Charge, you got. Oh God,
It's all from this year? Yeah.
this is all from this year, yeah.
Wow.
Charge, you got Sniper Elite 5. You got Terror Bane, and you got Last of Us Part 1. And I got Triangle Strategy, Total War Warhammer 3, Steel Rising, and Grounded.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so, I mean, Destinoto coming in clutch on Nintendo properties, except one
Yeah,
of them.
right.
I don't, which is weird, but yeah, these scores could change. If you have a game from like February or like, I would say April or before, your score probably won't change. So a lot of yours, Kevin, might be okay.
Yeah.
A good chunk of yours, Genesis, you should be fine. Destinoto, you got a couple recent ones in there. So those might change, but typically they usually don't after like 3 or 4 months of the game being out. Sometimes though, somebody
Yeah.
comes in and they're like, "This game sucks. I'm giving it like a 5," and it changes the score by like 1 point. And it's weird. But yeah, I update that at the end of December. But yeah, so far that's where we're at. So congrats to everybody. Where we're at, Destinoto and Kevin, you guys are fighting out with that though. Jesus,
I know. I'm
I didn't
excited.
realize how close that was. I usually don't keep track of that because the way Kevin and I set that part up with keeping track of exacts, it counts down. So each game that doesn't have scores yet, it counts them as a 1 point. So currently the exacts are 23, 22, 20, 20, and 19. So I had to subtract how many games are still on here that don't have dates or scores. So yeah, it's a fun thing. So, Yeah, that's where we're currently at with that, and yeah, that's the end of November. So see y'all in December or late November or December. That will probably be. It might be the 22nd or 29th of November. We'll do that. I don't know what the embargoes are for games. Callisto Protocol comes out pretty early, and
We already get our scores for Call of Duty?
yeah, we already gave Call of Duty because
Okay.
that's October 28th. Genesis gave it an 89. Destinoto gave it an 80.
Oh, we
Kevin,
went
you-
with the campaign release? Oh, no. That's when multiplayer drops.
Yeah, Kevin, you gave it an 87. Charge, you gave it an 86, and I gave it an 82.
Kevin,
I'm
day
worried
one for
about
that?
Yeah,
You didn't
Destinoto
go
and
on.
I think, are the closest.
You know,
I don't think the scores are even out yet for it, but
Genesis, sometimes I question you.
I know. I'm sorry.
I want to ask you a question.
You said it to me already that you pre-ordered and everything, and that's how you got in the beta, and I just still ask.
Yeah. I was going to say, remember how there was a pre-order requirement for that beta?
Now, here's what I want to explain to you, Kevin.
Oh, but you do Amazon and you can cancel. Yeah.
Right.
I did it on the store. I did it on the PlayStation Store. I'm
oh
all
my
set.
god, this Metacritic fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I even
So to
put
answer
like
your question, yes, day
incognito
one.
mode on.
Well, maybe not day one. It depends.
Looking maybe.
What day of the week is the 28th?
Friday.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
2
day
days.
one.
No, it's Thursday. Right?
Ooh.
Oh no, it's
Thursday.
Friday. It's past midnight. My bad.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Oh no. Okay, Friday at midnight.
Yeah, I don't know the time, but Friday is the 28th.
Yeah. Okay. Then probably.
Okay. I'll be
Be a
getting day
conflict
one
of
on
interest
Friday.
Saturday night. I'll tell you that.
And I'll be getting it on Friday. The day I'll probably walk into GameStop and go get it.
We gotta watch some Dota 2 on Saturday midnight.
All right. That's the end of that rating segment. I'm assuming.
Also, just a heads up for 2023. I've already started to make the list, and currently we have 71 games. Most of those don't actually have a date in 2023. They're just listed for 2023. And we still have like 9 current 2022 games that don't have a date, but their Twitters and all their stuff still say this year. I don't know about you, Little Nightmares, or whatever the hell you're, Little Devil Inside. That's what you are. I don't know about you. I don't think you're coming. I don't know about you, Graven, or
I'll tell
Earthlock
you
2,
what's
or
not
Dustborn.
Graven probably not.
Yeah, River City Girls 2.
Oh, Goodbye Volcano High.
Goodbye Volcano High has already been delayed. It's having internal some internal issues.
It sounds like somebody else I know here having
Project
internal
Warlock
issues.
2 should be next year, I hope.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on.
Is Cultic Chapter 1 early access?
No idea.
Alright.
I don't know. I remember you saying something about it coming to consoles. I'm not 100% sure.
No, well, it's out for PC, but then when I talked about it, Adam said there was going to be like a free major update to like lengthen the game.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if it was like some weird early accessy thing.
I think it's actually already out, and that update is literally just like coming like 2 months from now or something.
Ah, okay.
Pretty sure that's what it was. I'm not really sure though.
Fantastic game. Highly recommend. Already went over it, so we're not doing that again. Alright, what's next?
Did you want to talk about the Silent Hill shit?
Oh,
that was throughout the week, right?
Yeah, that was Silent Hill and Resident Evil. That was the whole thing.
All right, let's talk about Silent Hill, Kevin. This is going to be a discussion where I really want to hear your opinion on this.
Oh, I really don't think you do. All right, let's do it.
It's okay. I want to hear it because I'll probably be in the
I know
positive side. You'll have the opposite Oh, or maybe not. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh, don't you worry.
Oh, we know.
Was I talking to you, white ass? No, I was not.
It's like I'm Wario because I go wah for white ass.
Now, like I was saying originally to the man of the hour,
Suck
Kevin.
my white ass ball.
Right,
Okay.
that's a job for Waluigi. He's got to get under there and eat that white asshole. Anyway,
Ah.
Well,
Kevin,
all right. Yeah,
tell me your
tell you.
thoughts of Silent Hill 2 first. Let's talk about
Silent
the remake.
Hill. Oh, okay. Silent Hill 2 remake. Well, it's being done by Bloober Team. I don't really have anything against them per se, but like the medium wasn't good. Um, this game doesn't look good. I don't know. It's weird. It's like they just sort of like upres stuff. At least that's what it looked like to me. Although I mean, I guess the character model looks kind of similar.
Character
Uh,
model definitely looks good. I, they didn't show much of the gameplay. There was like maybe 10 seconds total of gameplay.
yeah, I couldn't really get a good idea of how this game is going to look, but it didn't. I feel like more could have been done here, especially with how iconic Silent Hill 2 is. But it's
Definitely.
okay. The one thing that wasn't answered for me is it a remaster or a remake? Can we expect new content? Will it still have the adjustable difficulty levels for puzzles and combat? Yada yada yada. Uh,
It's gonna
but
be a
I'm gonna
remake,
I'm gonna expect it to have everything that Resident Evil that Silent Hill 2
and
had. Um,
um, it is gonna be a remake. Wario here had confirmed with me last night that it is their Bloober team is was chosen because wanted to keep uh they wanted
More
to stay
like
as
Goober
close.
Team.
Well, they wanted to stay as close to the project as possible
That's funny.
from the original to what the remake is going to be.
For a
So
split second, I thought you were talking about Wario 64. And I was like, he spoke to you directly? Oh my god. And then I remembered, no, that was me. Good times.
um, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's Silent Hill 2. They better get it right. If they don't, they're gonna be crucified for it. So good luck
hmm
to y'all.
oh, they'll be
Um,
they will be, yes, unfortunately.
but I think they'll do fine. I mean,
I would think. I think they're gonna do this game just fine. Silent Hill 2 was a great game originally. I
best one,
think it
best one by far.
it is supposed to be. I think it's gonna. Well, I shouldn't say it's supposed to be. It's going to be a good game. It's just a point of, are they going to do it justice and make it better, or they're gonna totally just fuck this thing up and just make it a game where people were like, you had one job and you
Hmm.
couldn't do it.
Well, it's gonna come down to whether or not the rumors are true about it being more combat heavy.
I heard that. That's what I was going off of, where I think they wanted to add more options for combat because Silent Hill 3 had more options for combat, and people generally liked Silent Hill 3. Not better than 2, but they liked Silent Hill 3 a lot. Um,
Fair, fair.
and I am probably one of those people that I think would gravitate more towards 3 than 2 because 2 felt more like an Outlast type of game where I couldn't kill anything. I could damage them, but then I had to run. There's some things I could kill, obviously, because you do have guns, you do have weapons.
Hmm.
It's just you had very limited ammo, but I guess that's the whole charm of the game. It's survival horror for a reason. You're not gonna always
The
have enough bullets
that
to
was
kill
the thing.
everything.
Yeah, that was the thing that I liked about Silent Hill. Is that unlike Resident Evil, items didn't stand out. You had to look at the character because the character would look at items. There wasn't really like the flashing bit going on. So there's actually a lot more ammo in the games than what most people will find until they like know what they're actually looking for on the horrible resolution screen. Um, but I really enjoyed the fact that when you find ammo for something, you're like, oh boy, I got ammo for this gun, especially when it's rifle rounds for the rifle. If you even find the rifle, because it's not a required weapon to find or pick up, because that thing is just so strong, makes certain boss fights a hell of a lot easier. and I don't know. I found it really fun to just like, oh, I got this ammo. I need to like save it. I'm never touching this gun until I get to a boss.
I think I still play that way with like certain Resident Evil games. Like when I get Magnum ammo, I only use it on certain
Oh yeah, 100%.
mini bosses or heavier bosses, things like that. Yeah, I guess I could play it that way, and I definitely did not know the part about the ammo where you have to really look for it. I probably did not find even a quarter of the fucking
I
ammo in
didn't
that.
either. Like I watch people play it or like speed run it. And I'm like, there's ammo there. Wow, look at that. Like just the other day, I was
Interesting.
watching someone play Silent Hill 2 because now a bunch of people are streaming Silent Hill 2 with the announcement of the remake,
Hmm.
and this dude is walking down the street and he's like, "Oh yeah, right here you can find a bunch of ammo." Picks up like two things of shotgun shells, rifle rounds, and they're like right underneath a freaking bench and on somebody's front doorstep.
So if
I'm
that's
like,
the
"What?"
case, if they make it more prominent in the new one, then I think even if they kept the balance the same of the way you kill the enemies and how much ammo it takes, I think that's good. Just make it more prominent so people can see the ammo. Give me more ammo
Oh
to be
yeah.
able to protect myself. I think that's good. I
Hmm.
don't think that that's going to be a bad thing for Silent Hill, nor do I
Well, I
think
don't
that that's going to
necessarily
mess
think
the
so
game
either.
up.
No, it won't. It won't mess the game up. It'll only be bad with purists, which it's Silent Hill 2. There's gonna be a lot. I think vocally, this game probably will not do well, but that's not the words I want to use. But like, I feel like whatever they do, it's not gonna be what fans want, and they're just gonna cry about it.
You can never
But will I think
fulfill
it'll be a good game?
these.
I think it will be a good game. Does that make sense? It makes
I
sense
mean,
to me.
listen, Sony seems to think so. If they wanted to sign a 12-month agreement to keep that thing exclusive to PlayStation and PC,
Hmm.
Sony seems to think that's a worthwhile investment. I would say a good gamble by Sony because, again, you like you mentioned before, Silent Hill 2 is a very beloved game in the franchise. I think I think it'll be a good game. I think Sony's gamble will pay off for them. God, I'm going on a stretch here. I think this will move console units. I think it's not Sony exclusive level like when Horizon comes out or God of War comes out or Spider-Man comes out or Last of Us or Uncharted, but it'll move Sony consoles for people to say I'm gonna get a PS5 just to play Silent Hill 2 remake.
Hmm.
Um, Overall, my thoughts on the game though, I think it's looks good. Little snippets of combat that we saw, I want to see more of it. Um, the game looks definitely done from the ground up. I can't wait to play it. When I saw the announcement, I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. Survival horror fans are eating so good this this year and upcoming next year between Callisto, Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, um, Silent Hill 2. God, they're eating real well. I mean, I'm glad because normally survival horror they don't really eat well. So,
I've got opinions on Resident Evil 4.
oh well, we'll get to that when we do the Resident Evil stuff. But
Watch
okay.
the new gameplay trailer.
Oh really? And you didn't like that?
We'll get to that.
No.
Thank God. Okay, so next game, I'm not gonna go through the stupid AR game because I think that's stupid. I don't know how the hell they're gonna even. I don't understand the premise. They didn't explain it very well. Um, the game made by Annapurna, the ones who made Stories
Hmm.
Untold. That,
Townfall. Yep.
yes, Townfall. There you go. That is a very, very interesting concept, and
I
I
am
cannot wait
intrigued.
to play
Yep.
that. Yes, tell
So
me your opinions, please.
I played Observation. That game is not for everybody, for sure. And I think it got somewhere in like the 70s or something like that for a review. If you don't need a narrative spoon fed to you, and you can like think outside the box, and you don't mind something that's like a little open ended as far as like, well, what the hell kind of what were they trying to get across here with the story? Like, it's a kind of thing where you could have 5 different people play the game, and everybody's going to take something different away from it, right? It's one of those games where you look at it through almost like your own lens, and it means something to you. Really fun game, really cool. Highly recommend Observation. If you don't mind just a narrative-driven psychological horror game, sure, we'll call it that. Um, but I think they did a very good job. with observation, so I am definitely going to at least give this game a look. I will probably play it. Big fan of Annapurna. Um, yeah.
Okay. Coming from playing Stories Untold was an awesome horror game, a very atmospheric horror game. It was a very much a text-based, like point and shoot. I'm sorry, click and
Point and click.
adventure.
There you go.
That's what I was
There
trying
we
to do.
go.
Oh my god. Again, English hard for me, not easy.
Lick my nuts.
Yes, exactly. So knowing that the same people who worked on that is working on this, and that trailer gave me exactly the same vibes. I was like, I am down for this.
Yo, real quick,
Mhm.
I take everything back I said about like it might not be for everybody. Observation is PlayStation Plus included. Go get it right now.
What is it?
Observation.
I will download it after the podcast. Um, I'm absolutely excited to see where it goes. Not too much information, obviously. The guy did say go back into the trailer and see what you missed. They're putting a lot of secret stuff in there. I'm probably gonna have to like do some searching on Reddit and see if people have said
I
anything about it.
honestly almost did right then and there. I will say that because I didn't watch this live. I was
Mhm.
watching it on YouTube. I wasn't around to watch it live. I was at work, but I watched it on YouTube. And when he said that, I was tempted to go back and check that out again. But I was like, no, I gotta watch the rest of this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. Like I said, we're not gonna do the AR game.
Thank
They
God.
talked about the movie.
What a
I'm not
joke.
talking about the movie.
Yeah, we don't need to talk
Because
about that either. That never
yeah,
happened.
we're not talking about that. What we will touch on, okay, the final announcement that they made. Silent Hill F. Okay,
Is it F or is it function?
F. It is F. As far as I understand, there was no clarification of what the F stood for, but it's F. People are thinking it's flowers. Silent Hill Flower.
I hate it.
What do you think of that game?
It's
F is
Shattered
for
Memories,
respect.
Trailer.
but replace ice with flowers. There's no difference in that trailer. I have no reason to believe that the gameplay is going to be any different. And honestly, could it be good? Sure, Shattered Memories is really fun to play. But, like, come on.
I mean, they're
Come
saying
on.
that's supposed to be the reboot of the series. This is where Silent Hill 2, they're doing what Resident Evil did. They reboot the series and they're going to slightly change the games as they
Yeah,
remake them and then go into that new series.
I think it would have been a better reveal if they had something more than a real brief CG look at just flowers growing in a person, and that's it. Like that's not.
It is, a
It
lot of
doesn't give
people
you
are,
a sense of Silent Hill.
well,
It
here's
doesn't
the
give you
thing.
a sense of what the game is. I
The
don't know.
one thing that I could take away from it, besides the trypophobia part,
You're
is
pretty.
that,
I'll tell you that.
oh god, it's disturbing. The game doesn't look like it's going to be taking place in Silent Hill. It looks like it's going to be taking place in some sort of Japanese or South Korea. A lot of people in the comments are saying this is giving me heavy like South Korean folklore vibes, heavy Japanese folklore vibes. If we see a reboot into the Japanese side of things, might be better. I think South Korean horror should be way more touched than Japanese horror because that's kind of something that's been done quite a bit. Um, if they go South Korean direction, there's a lot of horror elements they could bring out over there. I just don't think I can play the game because of the trypophobia part of it. Just the amount of, oh my god, there was one part of it where I just closed the entire thing off and I couldn't watch it right at the end. I can't. Like, unless it's not as prominent in the entire game, I guess I could get through it and I'll just have to kind of, forget about it. If that's all over in the game, I'm gonna be so sad because it looks really cool, I think. Um, no date, obviously. No, it was just a very, very quick teaser that we got of that. But they did say it's a reboot. That's what they did say that. That is a reboot of Silent Hill. All right.
Believe it when I see it.
Well, yeah. Any opinions? Any other things anybody wants to talk about the Silent Hill stuff?
Silent Hill's transmission was bad overall.
It was decent. I would say there were surprises that I didn't expect, like Silent Hill F.
Well, yeah, there
The
was that. Silent
Town
Hill 2
Hall.
remake was expected because of the
Yeah,
tweet that they put out.
yeah.
Literally the opening line from Mary's letter.
Townfall.
Um,
And then the movie and
Townfall was
stuff.
nice.
Yeah,
The
I didn't
movie
expect that.
was no. Like why would you
I didn't
partner with the
expect
same people? Why?
I didn't
Like
expect the announcement. Neither did I for that
and then
AR
they're
game that's
like,
supposed to be
"Oh
coming
man,
out.
get hype, everybody! Here comes an ARG." And I was like, "You really gonna push this right now? Interesting. It's a ballsy decision. All right."
Okay.
I feel like it was just it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily as too long, but I would have loved to just have them talk about what they were gonna try to do, bringing Silent Hill back into existence. Like rather than show off, oh man, we got another movie from the people who did the previous two that no one cares about.
The
And
first
like
one,
Now,
the first movie was alright.
yeah, the second
Kevin,
one was trash. I don't think it was the same director for the second one though. I think it was a
Oh,
different
maybe not.
person because they
Then I
only
think it's supposed
credited
to be
that
the
guy
first
for
one.
the first one.
Okay.
I believe this is the
Yeah.
original director for the first movie going into this one.
All I gotta say is like just take notes from Arcane. You don't need to put like exact things from the video games into a movie for it to be a good adaptation.
I will say the lady who was speaking Japanese and English, extremely fluent in English, did not even
Hmm?
have an accent. It was great. I was like, what the that threw me off. I thought it was a
Yeah, I
fucking
had no
dub.
idea who the hell that
I
person
was
was.
like,
I have a
what?
feeling we were supposed to know who it was because she said that she was somebody in particular. I had no idea what she was talking about.
Had no idea as well. I don't know who that was. Um, any other comments from either of you guys for Silent Hill stuff? I don't expect it, but I figured I'd ask.
Looks real good.
Okay.
I didn't play the second game, so
Ooh, you're in for a
yeah,
treat.
should be pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think I'd started the second game, but I never really got into playing it because it was on.
I played
We
that
have the
during
PS2
my
copy.
because I played that during my Fatal Frame
Yeah.
my Fatal Frame era that I was doing when I was playing 2, 3, 4, then playing this and other horror games off the PS2. I was like, oh my god, there's so many good horror games. On the Resident Evil stuff. Kevin, Resident Evil 7 DLC was first shown off.
What?
Obviously, they're talking more about the Resident Evil 8 DLC. God,
Okay, I was gonna
7.
say,
I'm
why
sorry.
are they going back to that?
Resident Evil 8 DLC. They were showing off more of the Winter's expansion, talking about his daughter Rose. It looks like she does have the capability to kill the monster she's interacting with. I think they did a 180 on that. Because originally they had said that she wouldn't be able to, and it's more of a run and hide. And I think they took the fans' reaction to it, and now they gave her the ability to kill them. Because that was a thing I saw in the trailer. She has powers that we didn't see before, and they're saying that you can use these to now basically destroy what's in front of you. And one of the mobs died, at least it looked like it died, when she struck it with some of her power. More Ethan stuff. They kept making a big emphasis of like not being able to see Ethan's face, no matter how hard you tried. He'd look the other way or whatever. Talk more about the extra characters from Mercenaries, and then I think that was it. Slated to come out Friday, Winter's expansion. Any thoughts, Kevin? Okay. They talked about Reverse. Obviously, I'm a fan of Reverse. I think I'm probably the only fan alive in the world of Reverse.
Kendrick said he didn't like how strong all the male characters were.
Listen, I've been shooting people up with Claire, man. I tell you what, Claire's broken with her electric ball. She just shocks people, kills them, and they're dead. Her Magnum is actually a sniper as well, disguised as a pistol. They showed off Reverse. They showed off a couple of new characters. They showed off a couple of new maps. It is cross-play with everybody, PS4, Xbox, and PC. and it was early access of the 23rd till the 25th, I think. But it is coming out on Friday as well. And then they went through Resident Evil 4. Now, Kevin, give me your opinion of the Resident Evil 4 gameplay first before I talk about it.
Oh my god, what have they done to this game? I don't like it at all. It freaking the gunplay seems somewhat like it was Resident Evil 4, but also everything feels slower. There's way too much in terms of on-screen crap that you can do and quick time events and this, that, and every other thing. I don't know what the hell it is with, oh, I'm gonna block this chainsaw with a fucking pistol, because that makes sense. It's too stylized. I don't care for all this. Like, just give me Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is revered as like one of the best, if not the best, Resident Evil game to date. And you try to reinvent the wheel by having enemies that don't really resemble the Las Plagas enemies from Resident Evil 4. They resemble more of the Resident Evil Revelations enemies, with like their body is not straight, that their heads like tilted and like crap grows out, which like was kind of a thing in Resident Evil 4, but it was more prevalent in Revelations. I don't really particularly care for what they're doing with the storyline, or presumably what they're doing with the storyline, because they basically rewrote the entire game. I don't know. Like, I won't ask for this. I don't want this. I mean, the Resident Evil 2 remake stayed true to Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3 remake mostly got to Resident Evil 3. This is like a vast departure. You're gonna have the president's daughter fully grown up, basically. She apparently gets infected along the way. I don't see anything of Krauser, so I'm assuming he's not in the game at all. Luis Serra seems to be a major player throughout the entire game now. We barely see Salazar, the little kid. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like Resident Evil 4 too much that I look at this and I'm like, but eh, like I don't know. And I never was a fan of, this was even true in Resident Evil 4. I was never a fan of the fact that you could just like shoot someone in the kneecap once or twice and then just do this devastating roundhouse kick and knock them down, and like they're not a threat anymore unless there's certain enemies. That's me.
I think I understand your concerns of like them having quite a departure from the series when it looks like a combat. I think what they're trying to do is just make it more accessible. I mean, they made Resident Evil 2 and 3 a bit more accessible to newer players and veterans of the series alike. With the way that a lot of the gun mechanics worked in the game, it felt much better, obviously. Um, you don't have to do the QTEs. I mean, yes, I agree that a pistol will not survive a chainsaw going towards it. Like, that's not going to work, obviously. Um, I think having a counter is important because if the way it looks is that they're giving the enemies more mobility to do things to you. Like, there was a point where there was one dude holding him, the other dude was coming around on the side, and then the chainsaw dude was coming at him. So, like, if they held you for long enough,
But
you'd
then
get
there's
punched.
just contextual, oh, look, you got out. It's all
I mean,
gimmicks. It's
I mean,
all gimmicks.
they have to give you a way to get out. I mean, if you get stuck in there, you'd be dying more often than you'd be
But it
shooting
should
them.
be like, I guess there's no real indication of this. I hope it's like this. To developers that aren't listening, take note. The less like health you have, the harder it should be to get out of those kinds of things.
I would
It
say that would
shouldn't
be the
be a
way it
quick
would
time
be.
event. It should be mashing buttons.
It was
Like,
mashing as far as I could see.
I couldn't really tell. It seemed like at a certain point it just popped up with like, oh, just escape.
No. There was mashing, and I think your health drops every time you mash anyway. So it's only so much you can take before with they grab you, and then you're just dead. Like that's all it is. It's gonna go with the way Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 6 happened, where you lose health as you get grabbed, even if it's just a chokehold or whatever. and the less health you have, the less of a chance you have to get out, because the more you have to mash at that point.
Hmm.
Um, the roundhouse kick doesn't look as devastating anymore. The original one was able to kick like multiple enemies down. This one, it looks like it's not kicking multiple enemies down. And I think the slowness in the game that you're referring to is probably because they did mention they're emphasizing more stealth. So they're giving people two different options of gameplay style now. So if you want to stealth through a game, you can stealth through the game. You want to go guns blazing in the game, you can go guns blazing in the game. You want to have some sort of combination of both, do what you want to do. But the fact that they put the stealth in there now, where you can crouch down and kind of go around corners and fucking assassinate people that way, the knife has durability, so you can stick people in the neck with it, but eventually it will break. And then
Why?
to add more variety, I guess. They did say they're not cutting out any
Well,
stories,
bad.
so Krauser
Okay.
should be in the game. They are not cutting anything out. They said they're adding more, if anything, and it is going to be connected to Resident Evil 7. Same thing they did with RE2 and RE3. Everything is going to be connected to 7 and on. So it is connected to the Winter story. It looks like at one point too, Ashley's holding a gun to Leon, which I don't remember that from RE4.
No, it never happened.
No, and it
You
looks like
rarely interact with her because
she's-
you're
Well,
constantly
they
having
didn't
her hide.
necessarily show the gun pointing at Leon. They showed Leon holding a gun, and then they showed Ashley holding a gun.
This is
I don't know
true.
who they were pointing at.
Ashley's
She's
also like
infected.
infected with whatever, or had at least something going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty. Didn't they also inject her at some point in the original?
They did, I
I
think.
think so.
I have a
don't
feeling
remember.
that
I
they're
know she
going
gets
to.
captured at one point because she goes in the one. I forget what the hell it was. It was something on a wall that like grabbed her and then it spun around.
Yeah, it was in the
It wasn't like a
castle.
torture device. Yeah, it was like almost like some weird secret passage like thing.
And you had a solo section with Ashley.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that section is gone. I don't think people like that section very much.
They'll probably just make it a little more, like, more stuff to do than just running around and doing puzzles. I feel like
I'm gonna call this now.
she's holding a gun at one point.
Wesker was not in RE4, correct?
That's up for debate because he's in Mercenaries.
Right. In the actual story, I mean.
In the actual story, no.
No.
I'm calling it now. He's going to be in here.
I mean, he's connected through Ada, I guess.
Yes, that, and
But he doesn't actually show up.
They're going to connect this to Ouroboros and RE5. They're going to make a more stronger connection, and it's going to lead to the Baker incident of RE7. Or it's going to talk about the Baker incident, because RE7 is... God, I didn't look this up. We talked about this last time. I didn't look it up. It's either a prequel or a sequel to the series, but I don't remember. But they're going to talk about the Bakers. They're going to talk about the mold, and they're going to talk about Wesker. I guarantee Wesker's going to make an appearance. I'm calling it now. I wouldn't be surprised if Wesker's a secret boss. I think the knife fight's going to still be there with Krauser. I don't think they cut that out. I
they're gonna cut Krauser.
I sincerely doubt they're gonna cut anything.
They're just saving Krauser for later.
They said they're not cutting anything out of the original.
It's the same team who worked on 2.
They'll do good. The team who worked on 3 did shit, but the ones who worked on 2,
yeah,
I have faith in them. I think they'll do just fine. Have faith, Kevin. I think it'll be okay.
I don't, because they're just doing this to like rewrite into the story to link all the games together when they don't have to. Because the games weren't linked together to begin with.
Wait till we get to the remake of Resident Evil 6. Can't wait to see what they do with that.
I hope they just do what they should do and totally forget that game ever happened.
We'll see.
Also, I don't think you really need to do anything with 6. It didn't really address anything new. It was like weird replays of already existing content. I remember.
Well, it had Resident Evil 6. The biggest thing was just Wesker's son, which then
Whoopee.
7 and 8 obviously were, not mentioning him, which I think that'll tie back in as well. I don't know, but that's my opinion. I don't think there was anything else in the Resident Evil.
Bring back Survivor. Survivor was a good game and nobody played. I think it was a good game.
Raccoon City Survivors?
No, Resident Evil Survivor, the first-person game that nobody knows about.
Kevin, you're doing it.
Well, I guess we also don't know about it.
Next week.
My guy, I haven't played this game in like 20 years. I was on PlayStation 1.
Kevin, you got some homework.
Let me get right on that. I'm sure it's on the PlayStation Store somewhere.
Resident Evil Survivor has a Metacritic of 39.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I really liked the game. I thought it was a good game.
Literally every score at every major publication that's still around gave it a 4, except Famitsu gave it a 31 out of 40. So
Famitsu's got the idea that Kevin's got.
Other than that, the highest score is a 5 from Edge magazine out of 10.
Like, I didn't mind that they went first person. I think a lot of people did because it was a first person game, but also still had tank controls. But I thought the little bit of like lore and story wasn't all that bad. It was kind of interesting. It was just like a little side story thing with, I forget his name, Vincent? Is that his name? Did I get it right? Tell me I got it right. Tell me I pulled this name out of the ether.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm counting on Adam. He'll look it up.
I'll look it up. I don't think there's anything else in the Resident Evil transmission. Overall, I thought it was good. Thought it was a decent transmission. It had everything that I was looking forward to. And it showed off more RE4. So good on Capcom. Was that show recorded in different formats for different platforms? Let me explain what I'm asking. PlayStation seems like they had a showcase-esque timer set for that show, and they only showed the PlayStation stuff in that one. And I looked up the Nintendo version. The Nintendo version doesn't even talk about RE4. They showed the cloud versions of RE7 and RE8. And I looked at the Xbox version, and the Xbox version had just a generic Resident Evil 7.
Oh my god. Real quick. The main character's name is Ark Thompson. I do remember this now. However, he was posing as Vincent Goldman. I don't know how I pulled this out of my ass.
So you were right. You were right.
I like how I'm just sitting here waiting patiently for Genesis to finish his sentence, and I'm like, I'll jump in. And Kevin goes, no, you shut your stupid mouth. Let me tell you that I was right. This is now the Kevin is always right show.
I will immediately make the change.
Except Kevin was completely wrong about why people didn't like it. Yeah, it was more about how shitty it was than than being mad about.
Games. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
It's okay.
We're aware.
It's okay. We all have a shitty.
How's Biomutant going, Kevin?
No.
I haven't played the game in a while, but I played a lot of that game. I'll tell you that.
All of us have
9 hours.
All of us have a shitty game that we love. Adam loves
That's
Horizon
not true.
Zero Dawn.
What? Hold on. No.
No. Do it better.
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
He's starting his car. He's starting his car to come see me. The no car. The Kia no.
No. You don't. No. You're wrong.
Okay.
My shitty game is not Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. It was Infamous 1.
I'll accept that one. Hey, well, if Sony remasters it or remakes it, I'll toot its horn. But if they're gonna keep it trapped on PlayStation Plus Now premium tier, then yeah, shit, don't play it.
Yeah, the only thing I was saying was that I think they recorded separate recordings for each one of the platforms, because Sony had a different one that talked about exclusive digital DLC that you got when you pre-ordered from the PlayStation Store. And then Xbox didn't mention that, but Nintendo talked about the cloud versions of RE7 and RE8. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are there 3 different recordings of this? I don't know. I just found that odd. I don't know if anybody else saw that, or maybe I'm the only one. I have no idea. But that's the end of my topic and discussion. Anything else anybody wants to add before we wrap this up? All right. Well, that is another episode in the books. Thank you all for joining the Kevin is Always Right show.
Wait, what about rumors?
And we'll do the rumors next week. It's almost 1 o'clock.
You sack of my ass.
No. We already went over this. It's Adam's wide asshole. Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, that's his own thing.
All right.
Tune in next week again. Same time, same place. We'll have Kevin going over Resident Evil Survivors and the board game. Maybe 2 board games.
That's not happening.
And we'll probably have a good...
Dark Souls and Sword and Sorcery. 2 very different RPG games. Get hype. Because guess what? It's probably all you're going to get. And when you hear some price points for these bad boys, and how much money you're going to spend, oof. But is it worth it? Hell yeah. Alright.
Looking forward to that, Kevin.
God of War, Ragnarok predictions next week. Spoilers. Whether Destinoto beats it or not, we don't care.
Destinoto, please. You need to beat the game before next week. We're going to be going over spoiler talk.
So, or just don't be here next podcast.
Oh.
If you care. So beat it or don't be here. So.
It's okay. I won't know what they're talking about either.
Yeah, Kevin, get past.
We're also going to be probably having Kevin and I's first impressions of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 full game multiplayer.
Oh, Kevin, did you get that? Did you get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
No.
I'm ramming my car up in your asshole. And yeah, same time, same place. Catch us on twitch.tv/craftingandchat, youtube.com/startingtoolate. That's with 2 R's, and we'll see you guys next week.
Billy,
Everybody
catch
stay
us on
safe.
Twitch. We need help. We keep going past. Someone needs to catch us so we can stop.
Somebody please help us get
What are we,
at
falling
least
for
past 5
portals?
followers. Actually, we're at 13 followers. We need to reach 50. Please help us. Everybody have a nice night and take care.
Let's try to get it obtainable. Let's try to get 400
Help us.
followers.
Help us.
Ah!